From the alley-oops at Keyshaw to the glory days at the stick. From who's got it better than us to brick by brick. It's always the 49ers way. From off-season to game day. Yeah, we talk back. It's the 49ers cutback.
It's 49ers Cutback Podcast time, and it is Mock Draft 3.0. Welcome to the 49ers Cutback War Room. This should get interesting real quick.
One of the top 33 war rooms in the whole world.
The whole entire world of worlds.
Not bad.
I mean, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with us. We've done a pretty good job there, I'd say, if we're top 33. I don't know where he's getting that stat from.
Well, 32 NFL teams.
And then us. That makes more sense now.
Yeah.
I don't know if people agree, but hey.
I'm putting us above all basketball and baseball and hockey war rooms.
I sure hope so.
Definitely hockey, especially hockey. Man, this is going to be exciting, gentlemen. This is going to be a good time. We got a lot of things to do, a lot of moves to potentially make, some trades to make potentially as well. I'm super excited for this.
Yes, we are not going to stand pat where we're at. We're going to move around the draft board and select players that we think fit the 49ers the best.
Also, we were thinking about picking bad ones, but since Megan said to pick good ones, we're going to go ahead and pick good ones.
Smart idea.
Yeah.
We should have probably thought of that beforehand.
I know, we have to change our whole draft plan now.
A little bit. Not the whole thing.
We were going to pick the bad ones.
Yeah, totally bad ones.
So, Tough Borland, round 1 at pick 3.
Oh,
not happening, huh?
Not happening. We're not going to trade it away so we can hold on to Josh Rosen. That's not what we're going to do.
No more Big Ten inside linebackers. They quit after a year.
It's true.
Especially one's last name Borland.
Oh man, not Mr. Borland. Oh, gosh. All right, guys. This is going to be this is it right here.
Yep.
This is it. I do not love the LA Kings, Tommy. That is just not accurate at all in any way whatsoever. Gentlemen, we got a nice mock draft to set up. Well, technically, we don't have to set up nothing. It's already good to go.
Woo!
We got pick number 3. We got the speed dialed in low, so that way we got time to look at everything and evaluate. We got equals across the board, right down the middle for everything else, because as we have seen, the minute you mess with that slider even a little bit, PFF doesn't know what it's doing anymore and decides to do just nonsense.
Yeah. It's already more chaotic since they updated it.
At $50, Trevor Lawrence goes 1.
I wouldn't put that out there yet because sometimes it is one of the other guys.
Every now and again, it's someone else.
But he will go in the top 2 no matter what. He's never made it to 3 in any mock draft I've ever done.
Except today, boys. Except today.
I seriously doubt it.
We got 22 people watching. Hopefully there's 22 likes already on this video.
Yeah. So before we smash this enter draft button, smash that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed and you're watching. Like the video if you haven't already. Comment, how excited are you for this mock draft 3.0 chat? Let us know. The more you comment, the more YouTube is going to push this out there for other people to watch, the more conversations that we get to have. Let's not conversate anymore, though.
Let's get into this.
Get this thing
I'm excited.
started. Entering the draft, gentlemen. This is going to be fun.
Wait, I have one thing right before we start.
Oh, right before we start, okay.
To Tommy Huxley, did you actually hear that, or are you just saying that? Because he says Wilson is already buying a house in New York.
Okay.
So I'm just curious if he's joking or if
If he's serious.
has like a.
Or maybe he's saying he's buying it based on what's going to happen here.
That's why.
Maybe.
That's what I'm asking. If there's an actual news story to that,
Or we just joshing. You're gonna pull horse leg. Don't do that.
I'll tell you, that'd be pretty OG to buy a house already before you get picked.
Yeah.
sounds like something Menzel would have done.
Ouch.
Let's just say that if
Ouch.
he is buying the house, I'm going all in on Justin Fields because I don't want someone that's already committing to a place that hasn't even picked me yet.
Also true.
And why are you living in New York? Terrible. That's a lot of taxes.
There is.
Tommy
a
says
bunch of
he
taxes.
really that Steve Young said that.
Oh.
Wow.
Well, Steve Young also said they were recruiting his family. This isn't NCAA. You don't have to recruit his family.
Accurate.
Yeah.
Can't wait for that, by the way. All right, gentlemen. Time to start this bad boy. Let's see what happens with pick number 1.
Oh my
No
gosh,
way.
it was Trevor.
I'm stunned, boys.
So is it Zach Wilson or is it Justin Fields?
I'm guessing Zach.
All right, let's see.
I hope to God it's Justin Fields. Make it Fields.
Nah.
It's Wilson.
It's Wilson.
So I think there's no debate we go with Fields.
All
but
right, so you're 100%. It's so we got Fields. We're going quarterback. Fields, Lance, or
We
Jones.
got Trey Lance. I mean, look at this. Look at these trade offers too, gentlemen.
no,
We got
No.
Cincy who wants to come up to 5.
No. The only reason I would go back is if I was going to draft Mac Jones or Trey Lance.
Or Trey Lance. That would be the only thing, and I don't think any of us feel that way.
I feel like Justin Fields is the next best guy in my opinion, but
yeah,
it would be really hard to move back.
I agree with you.
All right, so it looks like, gentlemen, we're going to be going with Justin Fields here. Justin Fields is going to be the selection at 3. Before we do that, though, I think we want to make another trade, don't we? We want to trade up because if we wait now...
Well, we don't have to do it right this second though, because
That's-
we know
that's
what player we
technically
want to
true.
get.
This is true.
We can move up in a
After this one. All
Yeah.
right, so let's make this pick. We'll let it roll, about up to pick 10, and then make our trade?
I would say we let it roll until we get to maybe 20.
All right, and then we'll make our trade. All right, gentlemen, here
Or
it
let's
is.
talk about what trade we're going to make because we probably want to trade somewhere between 20 and 25.
Somewhere in there. All right, so Justin Fields here at 3. That's who we're taking. He's off the board. Dunzo. We got our quarterback of the future. Jamar Chase goes next. Devontae Smith, back-to-back receivers. Penei Sewell goes to 6 there for the Dolphins. Smart take.
Pitts. Oh, poor guy.
I know. You hate to see that.
Panthers probably won't take Trey Lance now.
Well, Broncos go Mac Jones there. That's interesting. Mike and Parsons there at 10. Jalen Waddle not too far after that. Patrick Surtain. Rashawn Slater. Nothing really surprising here so far. Caleb Farley. Morig. Makes sense there. Christian Darrisaw.
I still think that's high for him.
I don't.
I think it's perfect. It's exactly what they need. Vera Tucker to the
That's
Dolphins
high.
there at 18. Greg Newsome there at 19.
Newsome ahead of J.C. Horn.
It's pretty impressive there, Washington football team. Okay,
Do we want to try to trade at 21 or do we want to wait?
I think we can wait, right? I don't think...
I think we can go 24 or 25.
The only thing is if the Jets take him.
Mm.
But we can try it.
I'm willing to make the trade up to 25. We have to. I think we have to go in front of the Browns because the Browns would definitely take him.
Okay, so 25 we can wait till.
So we're not telling these people who we're after.
Not yet. I say we just wait until we get to 25 and then make the trade.
All right, let's do it then.
All right.
Resuming it.
So I'm not coming up for anyone else.
Oh,
what in the absolute world just happened?
We are not trading for Zaven Collins because he just got picked.
We were going to. That was going to be the surprise move. So I'm a little shocked that they went with him there at 21.
Yep.
I figured they were going to go edge rusher. So now the question becomes, who's the next guy that we want to target?
I don't know that we.
Now I don't want to trade up.
Yeah, now I want to.
You want to sit tight at 43.
Now I want to sit at 43.
And we'll trade up afterwards.
Personally, the guy I'm looking for at 43 is Wyatt Davis. You guys know that.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm pretty sure the whole chat knows that. I'm pretty sure half the world.
Well,
I'm pretty
fine.
sure all 600 plus subscribers know that you want
fine.
Wyatt Davis there.
Fine.
Yeah.
So we're gonna wait it out for 43 and see what
I
happens.
think so. I think now we're going to. That was the guy that we were the most looking forward to coming up to. We took a chance. It didn't work out.
Didn't work out at all.
No.
A little sad.
There goes Jalen Phillips.
Jason
There
Away.
goes the run on edge rushers.
Leatherwood. Terrence Marshall. Cosme.
Linemen are going high.
They are.
But we haven't seen Walker Little yet, so he's
Also
still
true.
there. So he'll go before Wyatt, probably.
He just went.
Walker Little
Okay.
just went. Do we want to?
No.
I don't know that I would trade up for him.
Elijah Moore next. There's
All
Ojolari.
the way to 36.
Yeah, Ojolari's falling on people's heads a little bit.
That's a little cray-cray.
There goes Basham.
Najee Harris.
Yeah.
I don't see that actually happening on draft day.
Russo all the way into the second round now.
Cisco.
All right, what trades do we have?
We have 3. There's a lot of talent here available still.
Yes.
I think
including.
I think we should trade back.
I don't disagree with
Who
you
were
here.
you thinking in the trade back?
Well, what I'm doing is I'm trying to get more draft capital so I can pick a few more players in the top 100.
Okay.
Okay, so you have the Cleveland Browns sitting there at pick 59. They have 59, 89, 91.
Let's go after them.
Okay, so
Let's
Cleveland it is.
59, 89, 91, and 110. Try to get all of them.
Okay, for pick
And
43.
Let's see how desperate they are.
How desperate are you to move up?
They are that desperate.
Oh my gosh, they just got fleeced.
Chat, get hype, chat. Get hype. Are you kidding me right now? Cleveland.
Now, before we move on, we know we have guys that we want to target, right? So we want to get Wyatt Davis.
He's projected at around 61.
Okay, he's going to go before that.
He will go before that.
We
The question
have
is
to
where.
get him around here in the next like 5 to 7 picks.
So I would say then most likely one of these two teams, correct? You're either trading with Jacksonville or you're trading with the Patriots.
Well, what I want to do first is let's talk about the guys we're targeting. We
Okay.
want to get Wyatt Davis,
Correct.
right? We want to get Joe Tryon, Elijah Molden,
Yes.
Paulson Adebo.
Yes.
I think those are guys that we all think fit the 49er system and that we target,
And we love.
that we love.
Mhm.
Yes.
So let's make sure we get these guys. So I don't care if we have to trade up and use. We just picked up a lot of draft capital
A butt ton of draft
that we
capital.
can use our back end picks now to try to trade up and get the guys that we want.
I agree.
So how far do we want to wait? And okay, let's rank these guys. Who's our first guy? Do we want Wyatt Davis 1?
I would say Wyatt Davis is 1.
I would say Davis, Tryon, then Molden, but
Okay, Molden and Tryon are going to go right by each other.
Okay.
They're going to go anywhere from 58
Yeah, I
through
was
like
gonna say.
70, around there. So we need to get them around 58 to 62.
Okay, so we have 59, so we're guaranteed already one of the two.
Unless we use 59 to come up and get Wyatt Davis. But we can use 89 to jump up and get the other one, 91 to jump up and get another one, and
110 and something else to come up back
we just
into the
keep
100.
using guys to draft picks to move up and get players that we like.
I agree. I don't disagree
So
with you here at
when
all.
do you guys want to go up to get Wyatt Davis?
I wouldn't want to go further back than probably about 44 or 45. Horst?
yeah, probably 45 was what I was thinking.
All right, let's try it. Let's go to 45. Let's see what happens.
So let it roll 43 and
Let it-
44?
Yep,
All right.
43 and 44.
Don't you do it. Don't you do it.
All right, so let's try to get it.
All right. Pick
And
45.
Yeah, Jacksonville is hard to work with. But go ahead and try 59, and try to stack a late. Let's try like 180,
180?
and see what they do.
Okay. Let's see if they'll take this. So, chat, I know I didn't have it up. I apologize. Ronnie Perkins and Pat Freiermuth both went there. They took an edge rusher and then tight end for the Cowboys. So we're going to try 59 and 180.
Yeah, let's try it and see if they take it. If they don't, we'll reassess.
I'm closing my eyes. Someone tell me.
They did not take it.
Damn.
Let's try 172 instead of 180. So let's just give them a little bit extra.
There's one.
Yep, 8. That's an extra 8 picks. They did not take it. Okay, I want you to let them pick. Let Jacksonville pick. We'll deal with the Patriots. Jacksonville is being tough to deal with.
All
I don't
right.
like them. Now try it.
And they picked the worst one.
It's because they wanted a lineman. That was the whole thing. So
Correct.
try the same offer we just made, but this
59.
time and 180, and try and see what the Patriots do.
All right.
Offer trade, yeah. There you go. Sometimes teams are just hard to deal with.
This is very, very accurate
And
indeed.
now we
It's
get
that Trent Baalke.
the offensive.
It is. That's what it is.
Oh, Trent.
It's
Baalke.
the Trent Baalke. Maybe PFF has said in there, we'll not trade with 49ers under any circumstance.
You know how mad he was right now that Walker Little wasn't available after like 3 years of ACLs.
It's true. It's so true. It's so true.
So let's get our guy. We wanted him. So
we
there
want
he is,
Wyatt
Wyatt
Davis.
Davis.
Nice there. Trading up. We basically traded back 3 spots, picked up three additional picks. So Wyatt Davis there. At 46,
How far do we want to wait before we go get Molden?
Elijah Molden was pretty close up there on the board. We don't got another pick till 89.
I say we try to go around 50 or 51 to get Molden.
I think we could probably do a deal at 50.
All right, let's try to work with Miami.
Okay,
Let's
so
see what happens.
You want to let it roll to 50?
Yeah, let's let it roll to 50, and let's try to get Molden. If we don't get Molden, we can always get Trill later on. So that is a possibility for us. Okay, so let's try to move up.
Okay, so we're going to take pick 50.
Yeah. We have to give them 89.
Correct.
And let's try to give them... let's try 194 and see what they do. And if they don't take it, we'll adjust.
I like the 49ers. Gary did the vote Landon Dickerson.
Not today.
Okay,
Gary.
so try 172 instead of 194. Give them more value. Nope. Do we try 155?
I would.
Okay, so try 155. And how many chances do we have?
That is the one thing I'm not 100% sure.
I'll get 5.
Well, don't worry about it. If it doesn't work, we can always negotiate with the football team. They have a good relationship with the 49ers.
Very true. Okay, so we're going to offer 150, 155, correct?
Yeah. Okay, so now get our guy.
Woo!
Get Molden.
We're going to go grab ourselves a nice Elijah Molden.
So now we have our nickel corner of the future.
Correct.
And possibly a free safety.
Correct. Down the road.
We have somebody with versatility.
Someone wants to know if we can trade Rosen for any draft capital.
I mean, if
we're going to talk about Josh Rosen at the end of the episode.
I mean, I would prefer to talk about finding a way to trade him for draft capital. The problem is there's nobody that would give away anything for Josh Rosen.
Oh, yeah. I would give somebody a stick of gum.
For Josh Rosen?
Yeah.
To take him.
To bring him onto the podcast so we could tell him how not good he is?
No, I mean to play for my team that I don't have.
Oh, okay.
Rob's,
hypothetical team.
Your Uncle Rob says you're so sick, Kevin Costner to you.
All right, Elijah Molden.
Hey, before we move on, my Uncle Rob, birthday today.
What?
Happy birthday,
Happy
Rob.
birthday to Rob.
Shout out to
Swink.
give him a nice happy birthday and chat there.
Yeah,
guys.
we're Kevin Costnering it up right now.
Everyone
sure.
tell Rob Swink happy birthday in the chat.
All right, let's get Molden.
Elijah Molden it is, gentlemen, drafting this man here at 50.
And then when do we come up to get Joe Tryon?
That's the question. So you said they would go roughly around the same spot, correct? Joe Tryon hasn't popped up on the board, though.
I know, but just trust me. He could
You're
go.
going edge. Yeah, when you're talking about edge positions.
I'm thinking we've got 5 to 7 picks that it can go.
So we probably want to pick him before Seattle.
We could even negotiate with Seattle. They don't have a lot of draft picks, so they would be willing to move.
Let's roll it through 55. Let's roll it to 55. See what's going on.
Okay.
See what's been taken, and then make a decision.
All right. Let's negotiate because we always have Jordan Smith if we need to as the fallback.
That's
plan.
true, and that's a really good fallback plan.
Yep.
It's a really good fallback plan.
So we have possibilities in case we need them.
Taylor Mayfield goes.
Okay, I'm hanging on every single little breath here. Okay.
We're at 55. Do we want to let it roll here?
Let it roll one more guy. One more for sure.
Oh, man.
We're going to deal with Seattle. They need picks. All right.
Oh.
Let's trade with Seattle. They have three
Holy
picks.
shnikes, that's a terrible.
Right? So let's see if we can fleece them. So let's go with that.
Let's go
91 and let's try to give them like 194.
194. That's going to be good for them.
And if they don't take it, we'll throw in 230.
Do we want to try and give them 102?
No,
they won't go back that far.
They won't go back.
And 49ers Fogies, Gary says save the 7th for TJ Vasher.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, Lord.
Still with Vasher.
We will not be making any 7th round picks this draft.
Hopefully not.
No. Okay, here we go, gentlemen. Making the trade.
Yep. Let's see what happens.
See what happens.
Nope. So throw in 230.
Give them 3.
Oh. Okay, you know what? We're not negotiating with Seattle anymore. We're not
going to negotiate with coastal terrorists.
All
right, here we go. Resuming the draft.
And then we'll wait after that. Okay, pause it. Let's try to deal with the Rams.
I don't disagree with you here.
All right.
So pick 57
for the same original offer.
91 and 194.
Yep. And let's see if they do it. And if they don't, throw in the 230. And if they don't take it,
we'll go to the next team.
All right, let's move on.
Let it roll, gentlemen. Let it roll.
We're not willing to give up too much, even though we want our guy.
We want our guy badly, but we're not willing to give up that much to get him.
All right, let's try it again. Ravens.
Ravens, pick 58
I know we're asking a lot for you to go back to 91.
and 194, correct?
Yeah, and try this. Watch. Give them 194 and try it real quick. Okay, now give them the 2023 7th round pick.
2023 7th.
Yes. Nope.
Don't
All right,
wanna
get rid of
make
that.
the
Try to
deal.
give them 230. See if they'll take it. If not, we're going to have to let it roll, probably. 'Cause I'm not sure I want to give up more than that. Oh, they took it.
All right.
All right.
Oh,
Now we get Joe Tryon.
oh, oh. Got a little nervous there. Started to sweat a little bit. Started to sweat. All right, Mr. Tryon, and people
There
may
he is.
think oh, this is a little early. I don't know how you feel about this. He's not that far down on boards,
Well,
and edge rushers could go in a row here. They could go in a row.
and the thing is, I don't care what their board says, right? Because they're just ranking their guys on whatever, like Rashad Weaver, for instance. Chris Sims has him as the number 3 edge rusher in the draft,
Sure.
and will go in the top 15 picks, or is that talented, but he'll go in the first round. Look where they have him. So
End of the second.
everyone's rankings are different, but what we're looking at is guys that are going to fit the system and can be impact players in the future.
Yep, and he is easily a second round talent. So getting him
Easy. Some people have mocked him in the first round.
Absolutely.
Kuiper mocked him once in the into the first round.
He did. Joe Tryon here, gentlemen. This is going to be great.
Yep.
We now have votes for Vasher at 172.
Well, that's too bad.
That's a little early. Now we need to discuss if we want to move up at some point to get a Devo.
Where do you think Adebo's going?
I think we need to get a Debo between 80 and 90. That's what I think.
So what do you think we'd need to give up, like 102 and 172?
Probably.
Or we could go into a future draft and give up a 7th round pick somewhere else or something of that nature.
Okay.
I mean, okay.
I like that.
All right,
guy,
let's talk about. We want to get a Devo.
We do want to get a Devo.
Who else do we want to get before we start moving around?
Man, I would love a way to walk out of this draft with Marquez Stevenson.
So you want to get Marquez Stevenson?
I would love it.
Of course, is there anyone else you want to get besides the guy we already got?
No, I mean, there's a lot of guys I like, but there's not one specific I have to have.
Is there any positions we need to address more than once? So we've gotten Molden. If we get a Debo, we'll have an outside guy and an inside guy.
Correct.
Do we need to address corner still?
No, corner would be set.
So we don't need to address safety, right?
No. Safety, no. I would say.
What about linebacker? Is that high on our list? I mean, I don't think it needs to be because
again, it's high on my list if it's Zaven Collins. If it's not Zaven Collins,
the only other guy is Jamin Davis.
That's the only other one I can think of.
And maybe Dylan Moses, but I'm not sure I'm not sure Dylan Moses at right now would be
Dylan Moses sounds like Bulky's first round pick.
But would he and also would he be that much of an improvement over Aziz?
No.
Or Nathan Jerry?
Not right now.
No, not right
So
now.
we're not ready to we don't really need to do that. We can address it later.
Correct.
So do we need to address receiver?
I think adding depth there wouldn't be a terrible thing.
Right? But they brought in Mohamed Sanu.
They did.
They already
Do we think do any of us really believe though that Mohamed Sanu is going to be an answer? Is he a better option than Kendrick Bourne or what Emmanuel Sanders' role was?
No, but Jalen Hurd could be.
He could be, absolutely, but that's a big if, and you're banking on health. Do you want to shore up that bet?
With who? Which receiver?
That's the question.
Is it Cornwell Powell? Is it?
I would like Cornwell Powell is not a
Simi
bad
from
one.
Stanford.
That's not a bad one either.
Shai Smith.
Shai Smith would be a great one.
Like you said, I know you said Marquez Stevenson.
Marcus Stevenson, but Marcus Stevenson is not more of that role. He would be more of a guy that you'd pick as a sort of like an
stretch the field.
an Ayuk sort of Debo type of role where you're going to use him in different ways, but you're going to use him specifically to stretch the field.
Okay. So we know that we want to get Stevenson. So that we do have a couple of receivers then that are options.
Correct. Joseph just said too, Jamin Davis is falling in PFF mock drafts, so he might be a guy that we can snag later.
That is completely accurate. He won't go until the middle to late 3rd round, probably.
Correct.
Which I don't know why he's falling in PFF mock drafts, because in real mock drafts he's climbing.
It's true. It's true.
And I mean I've watched him pretty extensively and I like him.
Correct. So, I mean, we can get him closer to the 90s probably, and Joseph just said that as well in the chat. Oh man.
But the one is Paulson Adebo.
Paulson Adebo is going to go, and you said he was going to go.
I think he's going to go somewhere between 80 and 95.
Okay, 80 and 95. I think he's the best value there because, like I said, I think he might be one of the best corners in the draft. The ball skills are just light years ahead of everyone else that's still available.
Yeah.
So I think he has to be priority number one of the guys that are left.
Well, to me, he's not that much different than Greg Newsome, and Newsome was a first-round talent.
Correct. Yeah. And he went in the first round in this one.
And if we miss on him, then we're talking about Benjamin St. Juste or Kelvin Joseph. Joseph, third round. St. Juste, fourth round? You know what I mean? So
it's a ways out. I would rather make sure that we
get him.
All
right, so let's. What do you want to roll to 80 and then go up and get him before we make any of our other decisions?
I like that. I think that's a good idea.
Okay, let's do that. Hopefully, no one takes him, and then let's try to grab him.
Please, no taking.
If people don't know about Paulson Adebo too, they need to really
just
check.
watch his height. Just watch his height. Maybe you know what? Maybe that's what we'll do here towards the end of the stream. After that, some of these guys, if chat's not as familiar, we'll pull up some video.
Yeah.
And just let it roll, and we can just react.
There's some good players for sure.
There's for sure.
Yeah.
That is for sure. All right, here we go. Letting it roll at 59 with those wonderful Patriots. They went quarterback Davis Mills out of Stanford.
Solid choice for them, I think.
It is. I think it fits the scheme and what they're looking for in their quarterback. Roll Cox, Joseph Osai, Tyler Shelvin. Ooh, I like it. Reed Humphrey, Davion Nixon, Trey Smith. Ooh, it's your boy.
Samoan Missile.
He is climbing up PFF
scores.
I
forgot about Ali McNeil.
Yeah, we did not go defensive tackle.
It's okay.
But, I'm not sure we really needed to.
No, we definitely didn't.
Our interior defensive line is pretty good.
I don't know. There's some people now starting to call Kinlaw a bust already after one season and a pick six and some incredible play.
Anyone that says Kinlaw is a bust already,
clown.
Stop listening to them.
Oh yeah, and stop listening to Grant Cohn maybe also.
After 1 year, come on now.
Give me a break. All right, pick 80. All right, Brevin Jordan just went.
Okay.
So Niners All Day has the right idea. Draft Puka Williams.
It's a terrible idea.
If we drafted Puka Williams, though, it wouldn't be before the 6th round. So.
Correct. It's a ways.
Oh yeah, I didn't mean with this pick.
It's a ways out. A ways out.
Why would the Raiders take Brevin Jordan when they have Waller?
So you can have 2 outstanding tight ends?
John Gruden doesn't know how to use 2 outstanding tight ends.
Sure he does.
Can you prove it?
Yeah, I've watched them play.
Oh, well, that's good. At least you can watch them.
So do we want to try to make a trade here?
I would say yeah, most likely. I think that's the best thing.
All right, so let's offer him 102.
Okay, so 81, 102,
and let's try to give him a 7th in 2022. Well, I know a lot of people don't like going to other drafts, but for value, I don't really want to give up 172 right now.
Correct.
And they did not take it.
A bunch of buttholes.
The question is, do we let it roll and try to negotiate with someone else?
Well,
and until we get that deal that we want, or do we just try to sweeten it and offer another 7th?
I would say no, not to offer another 7th.
Because you really value those 7th round picks?
No, but I mean, I would prefer not to give up too much here at once if we don't have to.
This guy.
I mean,
when you really think about
are the Dolphins taking him here? That's the question.
I'm just going to make a point about the 7th round picks just before I move on. How many 7th round picks are playing in the NFL, and how many undrafted free agents are playing in the NFL?
There's probably more undrafted free agents.
100%.
Yeah.
7th round pick, a lot of times you take a flyer on somebody that you're afraid you can't sign.
Correct.
So they're not always the most valuable.
It's true. Do we want to try and you know? Then let's try it. Let's try that 2020.
No, we don't have to. I say let it roll. I don't care.
You'd rather let it roll?
Oh, I'd let it roll one time. Yeah. I don't like negotiating with Dolphins. They've played us earlier too. They didn't really want to work with us.
They're being
That's
buffaloes.
fine. We'll deal with the football team.
All right, fine. Washington football team it is. Don't you do it?
Okay.
Washington football team.
They obviously needed De'Ami Brown in their life.
It's really important. It's really important.
Yes.
To take that receiver.
Yeah.
That one there.
Well, why not? He's not that bad of a player.
It's not terrible.
No.
I have watched some North Carolina football.
I mean, it is a little weird since, they
took a wide receiver in round 1, you mean?
No, I don't think they did. I think they went lineman.
Oh, they did go lineman. They went Sewell.
Yeah.
You're right.
Okay, let's see if we can make a similar deal.
102 and 2022 7th?
Yep. And just see if they take it.
Thank you, Washington.
Nope.
Oh, you buttholes. Horse, how do you feel here?
I would probably offer this year's well, we already, what round is 172?
Wait, one second. Let's discuss what we want to give up, or I mean, who else we want to get real quick before we do this.
Sure.
Because we could obviously wait. We could make this trade, and then when we get to our next pick, we could trade back and recoup something that we lost.
True. At 110, you mean?
Yeah, 110. So when we got to, we could unless we need to get someone before 110.
Okay.
Then we can't do that, but we could obviously trade 172 and 102 if we needed to, and move up. Or we can trade the 2/7 like we talked about. Horse, do you have more value of the 2/7 or the 172?
What round is 172?
I believe it's the 6th round.
Yeah, it's gonna be. It's just say 5th or 6th.
I would probably try the 2/7. If that doesn't work, then I would try 172.
Okay, let's try that because I think at 110 we can actually recoup some draft capital.
Probably. Let's find out.
Okay, so that's not going to work. So they're not being friendly to deal with. Let's move on. Let's deal with the Bears.
I agree. Screw you, Washington.
And they took him.
That's why.
Yeah, they took him.
They knew we were coming for
we
him.
did not get the cornerback that we wanted there. We didn't give up enough.
That stings.
It's okay.
So who do you want to look for now? St. Juiced or?
Well, now the draft changes because we didn't get the corner we wanted there. Now we did get Molden.
It's true.
But there are other corners in the draft that we can still go after. We can still obviously go after Israel Mukwamu.
It's true.
I'm not as high on him playing corner as I am him playing safety.
Yep.
The other possibility is there's other guys that have a lot of
we still got St. like we said before. You still have St. Juice.
We still have St. Juice. We can do.
So you can go after him, and we do like him a lot. Man, that really just that one hurt. That one hurt because they took the guy.
Yeah. I mean, that's why they wouldn't. It was going to take a lot for them to move off their guy.
Name redacted, you son of a gun.
And they didn't. He went kind of where we thought he was going to go.
It's about where we thought. That just stings so bad. You just hate to see that.
It's okay. You're going to lose a guy here and there. So now the question is, who's the next guy? Who's the next guy we're targeting? St. Juice, we don't have to get for a while.
No, we got some time, and he's going what round 140s?
Yeah.
So we'd have to move up from 172.
So now do we wait till 102?
I probably would, honestly.
Okay,
see what happens.
The guys that we're looking at now, like we talked about,
we've already made our 4 picks. We've made 4 picks already.
Felton?
Demetric Felton is going to go around the 100 to 105 area.
So that is who I would target.
Those are guys that
Felton, Stevenson, and what Jamin Davis?
Yeah.
One of those, whoever of those three is there at 102.
Excuse me.
They'll all be there at 102.
Yeah. So I think we just let it roll then.
We don't have anyone else that we need to go up and get.
Not that I.
Okay, let's roll it. Let's do it.
All right, I like it. See what happens.
We didn't get a Debo, which it stings, but we can work with it.
It's true. Ben Cleveland goes. Tomlin Wallace goes. Seth Williams goes. Ooh, there's your boy too. There, Horst. Tufele.
Good player, doesn't really fit the Niners scheme.
It's true. Tutu Atwell. That's one that's going to be interesting to me, Mr. Atwell.
Kellen Mond,
he's got some interesting skill sets there. Thomas Graham there, Phil. It's pretty shocking. Dylan Moses there at 94.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Kenneth Gainwell. Oh boy. He has boomer bust potential. All right. We're getting close. We're getting close.
Nasruddin, I like him, but we don't need a safety.
It's true.
So we got Jamin Davis if we want him.
It's true.
We have Marquez Stevenson if we want him. We have Demetric Felton if we want him.
Yep. And St. Juice as well. I mean, there's still, pretty much every guy that we want here is there, and we have a trade option.
Yeah, what is the trade option? Let's see.
Seattle, 129. Ooh, that's really far.
And they wouldn't help us out earlier.
True.
Yeah, but unless we fleece them for future draft capital,
which we could do.
But I don't know if I want to move back that far.
That's pretty far.
With nothing to gain this year.
I mean, we're moving back 8 spots, right? You don't get anything else really this year. You move back 8 spots.
Well, yeah, but wouldn't you rather pick at 102, 110, and 117 than picking at 129?
It's true. If that were any other team,
because I don't want to pick much farther than the draft picks we have right now.
True.
So I say we make a selection here.
I don't
like the trade enough.
I don't love it enough. Not in love with it.
Who was the other guys we were talking about? Jamin Davis.
It's Jamin Davis, Demetric Felton, or Marquise Stevenson. And I think we can still wait to get Stevenson. We could probably wait to get...
We're going to get... I think for sure we can get Stevenson, Benjamin, St. Jude. I think we can get
St.
two.
Jude's for sure.
We can get two of these three.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
I would go Jamin Davis.
I would say that's the pick here.
I would go Felton. We
Okay.
disagree.
You would go Demetric Felton here?
Only because I'm not sure he makes it past the Rams with the next pick.
And we do need a running back.
I could see. I see what you're saying.
Where I think Jamin Davis might make it to 110.
You think he'll fall past the Rams or the Saints there?
Yes.
I actually agree that running back's a bigger need than linebacker. Because you saw them play with the three they have, and they played well.
That's true. That's true. And if they are going to go more to, like you said, a nickel look here in the future, then you're only going to need really two on the field.
Well, we do have 6 safeties, so
it's true. We have a bunch of safeties,
so those guys could be playing in the area. I don't think right now. You guys know. Okay, part of it is you guys know how high I am on Felton.
Accurate.
But I'm very high on Jamin Davis. I just think that a running back with Felton's skill set
fits better in the system than Jamin Davis does.
Well, and I think just because if Jamin Davis is there at 110, I'm like, dude, I have to take him.
It's a steal, yeah.
So I'm willing to take.
If we're gonna reach, then you reach. You don't take a guy that you could potentially. I get what you're saying. Horst.
Yeah, Felton, I'm good with that over Jamin right now, but hopefully Jamin's there at 110. I'm a big fan.
All right, let's do it.
All right, let's roll with it.
Let's do it. I don't know if my heart can take anymore.
I do like Tommy Tremble too.
Someone just suggested him.
They did.
Yeah, I do like him.
Did. All right, Demetric Felton it is, boys.
All right, let's do it.
102. You took the running back.
All right, so now Jamin Davis needs to make it to us.
He does
at 110, and then we'll be sitting pretty.
Oh, every pick.
You know this is how they really are too. Just like, come on, come on, our guy.
One more. Oh, lordy, Lord, boys and girls.
So we still got Jamin Davis.
We still got Jamin Davis. We still can grab Benjamin St. Jude.
I think we can wait on St. Jude.
We're only 7 picks later, so
it's true. And we can still get Marquez Stevenson?
Yeah, I don't think he's been picked yet. Look him up real quick and see where he's at. Oh, he must be gone already.
Is he gone already? Did we? No,
there he is.
How did he? Remember literally, we did the mock.
No, he goes earlier. He might be ranked that, but he will not get drafted.
Well, his ADP is 190. Okay, yeah, he's 191.
So I mean, he's still there. What we might think about is that we might need to try to trade back at 117 or right now. What's the offer right now?
The offer right now.
If we need to get more picks to get to get Stevenson, like you want to do.
123. It's not good.
Well, yeah, but 117 is 7 picks back. If you use your thought process,
that's true from earlier. Yeah.
If we get 123 and 150 for the 110, we're gonna fall back 7 spots. Can we get Jamin Davis at 117?
I think so.
Okay, let's try it. I'm in. I'm all for it.
At 7 more picks. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. It'll be tight.
I'm okay with it not working. I'm okay if we lose Jamin Davis.
I won't lose sleep.
Not picking up the extra draft capital because now you're gonna get Stevenson.
It's true.
I mean, when you think about it that way, do I want Jamin Davis? Heck yeah, I want him.
Okay, so 123, 150 for 110.
Right.
See what they do.
Yep.
Do you want to try and throw in a kicker in a future draft
from them?
Yeah. Sure.
Let's see if they'll give us their 6th in 2022.
Give it to us.
Nope. Get rid of the 6th.
Get rid of the 6th.
See what happens. Okay, we're good with that. We'll live with it. Might as well try to get extra. So now let's just hope he makes it. If he did, then it was huge for us.
Quincy Roche at 110 there is nice.
Yeah, it is. I mean, there's McQuamu.
There it is.
I don't know if he's getting drafted as a corner anymore.
Yeah,
One more pick, and there we go. We can get Jamin Davis.
Ends up being a great pick. And
do we want to try to trade back?
Let's see what it is again. 135. No.
No, I say let's stick with what we got right now.
I think so too. I think that trade.
Jamin Davis, look at where he's supposed to be ranked.
Yeah,
I do think he's a 2nd-round talent. Yeah. So
we're getting him in round 4.
We're getting him in round 4.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Very beautiful.
All right, let's take him.
So Joseph here too in the chat. I just want to point out there's some people who are upset that we took Demetric Felton over Jamin Davis. Guys, we just traded back. We waited an additional pick, traded back, and we're still going to get the guy that we wanted. So really no reason to be too upset. if you're gonna take a fly or gonna reach, I think you want to reach on maybe a little bit on a skill position guy who fits your scheme, because those skill position guys that fit your scheme, those aren't a dime a dozen.
No, and Demetric Felton, the fact that he has legit slot receiver skills, but in the running back position,
It's true.
there's not a lot of players like this. Who was the guy that got drafted by Washington last year?
Gibson.
Yes.
Yes.
This is Gibson.
Yep.
And everyone was high on Gibson once he got drafted.
Accurate.
This is literally the same guy.
It's true.
So
We got him.
all right, let's get Jamin Davis.
Jamin Davis here.
And then let's just wait till 123, right, guys? You
I
guys
agree.
good with that?
I'm
Let's
fine
see
with
what's
that.
going to happen.
See what happens. Spencer Brown.
Let's hope Stevenson doesn't go. There's a possibility Stevenson could go. There goes Kelvin Joseph. Okay, he hasn't went. Let's see if there's any trade offers.
There's one here.
Okay, let's see what it is.
Let's look at let's pull the wide receivers position up too, so that way we have it.
Yeah, we have a lot of guys available.
Oh, look, Dax Mind made it on the board finally at a BYU.
Yeah, he went from being 7th round to moving up big time.
Yeah,
I know Horse likes that.
Yeah, I do. It's really nice.
127, 4
Yep.
spots.
100%. Let's
Yeah,
do it.
I think
127 and 165.
I think you're right. All right, 127, 165, or 123, and give us your 6th rounder while we're at it.
Alex is being stingy once more. He's stingy right now.
Oh,
'Cause I-
David Putney.
Because I gosh darn
I feel like it. Okay, I like it. Okay, they gave it to us, Horse. Okay, Alex is recouping draft capital for the Colts. Hey, you know what?
Hey, I just want a big shout out to Fudgehead. That 6th rounder is going to be gold in 2022.
Hey, and the Colts took our Zaven Collins.
They did.
So you know what? It's nice that we got something out of them.
I agree.
Slap my butt and call him Sally.
No, thank you.
Okay.
No, thank
Yeah.
you.
All right,
a little
so we're
much.
going to roll till 127.
We are going to roll to 127, boys. Oh, the Colts took our receiver.
Oh,
The Colts took our receiver, guys. You big jerks. You
Okay.
big buttholes.
we were willing to take a chance.
Wait, Alex, you played yourself.
They did a
Alex
little bit.
lost Stevenson,
You
unfortunately.
played yourself.
You know what though? This stuff's gonna happen, guys.
It's fine. You know what? They gave us that 6th round kicker. Worth it.
Yeah.
Worth it. Thanks
Yeah.
for that 6th round kicker.
Stevenson's gonna get hurt anyways.
There's a good chance of that. He's gotten hurt a lot. Let's see what's left there at 127. We'll see what happens here. Daz Newsome. Ooh, okay.
Stevenson screams Trent Ball.
Okay. So if we wanted speed, wait, we got Benjamin St. Just. We
Yeah.
need a corner.
It's true.
Or if we need a corner.
I think we could definitely go corner. We definitely can do that.
I do think there's a late round guy we could grab later on that has a lot of big time potential.
Trill.
No, from Duke.
I won't spoil no names around here. I like it. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Mr. Cousin of Darrell Revis.
Mm-hmm. That's true. It's true.
So we might think about that if we need to go late. So we could take a chance on St. Just later on.
It's true.
But who are the guys? So Stevenson just left.
Stevenson's gone.
We've got Felton.
Got Felton.
We've got Jamin Davis.
Got Jamin Davis.
So we have the guys that we're targeting are still St. Just.
Correct.
We no longer need a running back.
Correct. We could try and go get Cornwell Powell.
We could get a receiver. So we could get Cornwell Powell.
It's true.
Yeah, I mean, I like Cornwell Powell.
Forced.
Yeah, he's a good player. I mean, I think he fits Shanahan's mold of receivers.
Okay, so we got
Cornwell Powell?
127, 150, 165. Who do we want to get? Do we want to get St. Just or we want to wait on St. Just?
I would pick Powell here if you want him. But that's just me.
Powell at 123.
I mean, also, another guy I'm going to throw out there, Tommy Trimble.
That's not a bad name either. Did he didn't go yet, right?
No, he's still sitting there.
Yeah.
This is kind of the range. He's the number one tight end on the board.
It's true.
Heck of a blocker.
He is. He is. Allow you to do a lot of different things offensively as well with him.
I think, St. Just, Trimble, Powell. Who are other guys that we're still looking at that we need to get? I mean, maybe Trill if we like him. I mean, we already got Molden.
We already got Molden. I think the Molden take kind of makes that bunk. There's no reason to.
Yeah.
Edge rusher, I don't think we need to address. Center, maybe, guys? Horst?
I mean, if we already drafted an interior offensive lineman.
I
True.
really like David Moore, but I don't like him anywhere near here.
Well, David Moore, though, too, is going to be Is he going to play center?
He can play. He plays guard and center.
We could go
Okay.
Dolman late in the 7th round if we wanted to trade back in.
It's true.
He might even go undrafted.
True. He could. I'm just trying to think of who else. Linebacker, no. I think corner and receiver are really the only, and tight end. Those are the three I think you have to look at, right? I think those are the three positions.
So we've got, and I've got 3 players written down: St. Juice, Trimble, and Powell.
I'm good with those three.
So do we want to target and make sure we get those 3? We have 4 picks.
It's true.
Which
So which of those guys is likely to fall? You think St. Juice could fall all the way to 150?
Maybe, but I mean, we could use draft capital to move up. We just got a 6th round pick.
It's true. So we could use 165 we could use 165, 172 to come back up.
Yeah, or we could use next year's 6th round pick that we just picked up.
Also true. Also true.
So we have the capabilities to move around.
So who do we? So the question
What's
is,
wrong?
Kenny's jokes.
Oh, okay.
oh, that's good. Who do you like better then? Who do we want? Who would you rather go with here? Benjamin St. Just or Cornwall Powell?
My opinion would be need is St. Just. The better player is Powell.
Ant?
I would probably go with Tommy Trimble.
Tommy Tremble here.
But I would be okay with. I'm okay with getting any one of them. I'm more afraid of Trimble coming off the board pretty quick. But I think Powell will too. This is the hard choice.
But are there other receivers that we would like? That's the question.
Simi, maybe. I like him. I like Amir Smith-Marset. I like him a lot. He's super fast.
He is pretty
Amari
fast.
Rogers is still on the board.
And we still got Shy Smith there too.
Shy Smith we could get later on. So yeah, we have a lot of possibilities there.
And we have Gary's boy, TJ Vasher.
And we still, like I said, we still have what's his name from Duke as corner too, Mark Gilbert.
It's true. We do. All right, so let's go tight end.
I'm okay with that.
Tight end here. Let's take the guy. Let's take Tremble. There's just a huge gap you can see there. The gap difference between the two guys left on the board. If there's gonna be a tight end that goes, it's gonna be here.
Yeah, and I think we prepare to move up to get St. Just.
Okay.
I think we do. I think we've pretty much decided now that those are the players we want, and let's make sure we get those players.
I agree. All right, Tommy Tremble. We're not going to make the same mistakes. We're taking him right now. Boom.
So when do we come up to get St. Just?
When do we think he goes? Do we think he goes before?
I mean, he could go in the next 10 picks, but he could fall too. So
He could. Do we want to let it roll to Baltimore at 131 there?
sure. And then who do we want to take? Do we want to say St. Just or Powell? St. Just? Because we have less corners that we like?
Probably that.
Yeah, and I think there's other good receivers we can get if we don't get Powell. Or I think the corners are starting to get
Thinner.
It's true.
Well, especially
my
especially the outside corners,
Yeah,
because
that's
that's
what I
what
meant.
that's what we're specifically wanting right now. Because we
Okay.
took Molden.
That's fair.
So where do we want to roll to? 131.
Yep. Sounds good.
131.
Hopefully we don't lose another corner.
Hopefully not. There goes an edge rusher. There goes a safety out of Texas, who I like. Oh wait, we wanted to stop it at 131. Almost let that roll there.
We might be able to.
Almost let that roll.
You want to
That
go
was
right here?
close.
Let's just do it. Not lose. Not even have it take a chance of losing him.
I'm fine with that. Horse.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right, 131. Let's take
150
150
and give him a 7th next year.
7th next year. Give it to us.
Do it.
Do it,
Nope.
you buttholes. You big butts.
Do we want to do both 7s?
I'm fine with it.
Let's roll. We picked up that 6th. Yep.
Yeet!
All right. Get St. Just.
Skirt, skirt.
Benjamin St. Just.
There he is.
Right there at 90. And
Yeah,
when
for me.
the next question is when are we coming up again?
Yeah. Do we want to come up to get Powell?
If you guys like him that much, I'm good with that.
Or do we want to hold on and draft 2 players? I mean, we can do that.
We can.
The question is, what 2 players? Because we've got St. Just now. We've got Trimble.
I'd be fine. Shy Smith is the next guy that I think it would be perfect for the system.
So you would rather have him than Cornwell Powell?
I don't know if I want him more than Cornwall Powell, but I don't know if I want to trade up. to get him if we can get St. Juice, or not St. Juice, if we can get him and another guy.
So you'd rather get Shi Smith and another player than
Just get Cornwall Powell.
just get Cornwell Powell.
So I think there's options.
Who is the other player?
That's the question. I'd need to see the board right now to see who it is that's up there. But, well, maybe not. You know what? Maybe we do come up.
No, I'm just asking because I mean there are still a lot of receivers on the board that we could get.
There are. Well, the dude out of Iowa, I forget, and I can't
Marset.
pronounce his name. Yeah,
He'll go here pretty quick.
absolutely.
I mean, I think he's a legit, stud player.
Well, Jay Ellie just said wide receiver O line. Who's the O lineman you would take here? Because I don't know who you get.
We already got Wyatt Davis.
We got Wyatt Davis. We plugged the hole at guard.
Yeah, so
You
I
have
don't
your
know
center
who the other lineman is.
Yeah, I'm not feeling any. Like I said, the only lineman I really like past here is the guy from Grambling, and this is too early for him.
Way
Right.
too early. Way too early.
I like him as a 7th round flyer or
Right.
undrafted.
I mean, because when we're really looking at it, right, we're looking at needs,
Correct.
right, Horst? You're looking at players and where.
At this point, yes.
Yeah. So we don't have a need at safety, so
Correct.
that's out. We no longer have a need at corner. We
Also
could
true.
draft another corner. But it's not
Good.
a need.
Correct.
Defensive end, it may be a base down, but now Ronald Blair looks like he's coming back. Don't really need that. Linebacker we took care of with Jamin Davis.
Accurate.
Defensive end we took care of with Joe Tryon, outside edge rusher.
Accurate.
So we don't need anything there. Offensive line, Wyatt Davis at right guard.
It's true.
We've got our future nickel corner with Elijah Molden.
True.
We've got our running back with Demetric Felton.
True.
Yeah, St. Juice. We've got Tommy Trimble at tight end.
I think the only thing they'll have to do is get the wide receiver.
Get
we
the
want.
wide receiver. Is that the only thing left?
I think that's the only thing left that we think is
So
important,
the
right?
question is, how much do you guys value Cornwell Powell over Shi Smith, or do you? Because if you don't, we roll and we draft 2 players and we just see who the second player could be at that last spot.
I'm a bigger fan of picking 2 players. But
Okay.
Okay, so let's do that.
You guys both want to do 2 players, so let's do 2 players.
All right,
I like
2
both
players.
Powell and Shi Smith.
I like both of them too. They're 2 different,
They
completely
are
different,
different
players.
players.
Correct.
You're right.
Completely different.
Yeah.
So, but if I am expecting Jalen Hurd to come back, and I made,
True.
and then we made sure that if Hurd doesn't come back, we have Felton to fill his role.
Well, if Hurd doesn't come back, we can go get Trent Taylor.
Big yikes.
Okay.
You don't want a really slow slot
No, I'm just
receiver.
wondering why you went from 6'5", 230 to 5'10", 170.
To actual little person.
I don't think he weighs 170. He looks more
Horse,
130-ish
have
to
you
me.
seen him working out?
He's big,
The
man.
dude's getting jacked.
Yeah, he's big. He spends a lot of time with Kittle.
Yeah, he
Maybe he
does.
should get faster.
All right, so let's roll. Let
Yikes.
it roll. Let's get our guys at the picks where they're at.
165 and 172.
So we're waiting 32
Filming
picks.
up.
We have zero idea who's going to be left.
By the way, Darden is better than all the receivers you talked about.
Says who?
Me.
Okay.
Oh, well, you also think what's his face is really good also.
Jordan Smith just went right now.
He did.
Who's what's this? Is Puka?
Yeah.
You voted for Puka too, and you
I
voted.
did it for the
And
memes.
you voted with the cutback thing, so you voted twice as many times as me.
Oh yeah, totally.
That is accurate, actually.
Accurate, actually.
It would have been a tied vote.
My bad, chat.
Should be apologizing to me.
No.
A
That's
tall-
really early for Ellerson Smith. Oh
A
my.
tall wide receiver. Do they mean someone like T.J. Vasher?
Oh my gosh.
Who said we need a tall wide receiver?
Everyone.
Well, I mean, we do already have some guys, right?
We do. I'm not as big on the tall wide receiver train anymore. Shanahan's shown.
Simi?
Well, Shanahan's shown.
Simi would have been the tall wide receiver.
Correct.
No,
And-
there's still a Vasher.
Guys, I'm pretty sure Cornwall Powell is also still on the board.
If Cornell
he's still
Powell
there.
falls to 165, that's who I'd take.
I don't even think it's a hesitation.
Agreed, Ant?
Yeah, I would take him too, 100%. If he's still there,
There's your
Kylan
other
Hill.
guy.
I like Kylan Hill as well.
Very good. Very good. Ooh, good old Hamaka Rashid.
Okay, so he's
I'd
still
go
there.
Powell.
I'm going to go Powell here too.
Powell, yep.
All right.
Well, we waited and it worked out for us.
It
and
did.
then the
Wow.
question of who we take at 172 is going to be a fun one.
Yep. Oh, guys, we got 3 trade offers too.
What are they?
I don't know. Hey, PFF, you want to fix your website?
Apparently, we have no trade offers.
PFF. PFF.
Okay, so we're drafting Cornwell Powell.
Thanks, PFF. Great website.
You're always sure.
There's nothing wrong with it. It's a great website.
Even PFF wasn't going to let us pass on Cornwell Powell.
They're like, we let him fall to you for a reason. You better take him.
There goes Trill finally.
There goes Jared Patterson too. Horse dude.
Yeah, he scores a lot of touchdowns.
Yeah, what if he fits someone else's system? He does.
All right, now the question is, who do we take here?
Roll down.
I was going to keep it right there and just give you a choice between the top three.
Yeah.
All right, who are we liking in this group here, sir? A horse got a smile on his face.
You already know why.
Was it totally Austin Watkins at UAB?
No, he's probably thinking Elijah Griffin.
He is 100% thinking Elijah Griffin.
But we already picked 2 DBs.
That's accurate.
I mean, we could always stack another DB. I just don't know if I would go with Elijah Griffin. Well, we could go with Shai Smith and add another receiver.
I would be totally down for that.
Darius Robinson, I like too as an edge pass rusher.
Well, there's 2 trade offers. Could we trade back into 189? No, I don't think we could. I don't know if we can get away with that. Going back.
After last year's issues, I would totally be fine with picking Shai Smith.
But would both those guys make the roster?
I don't know.
Why wouldn't they?
I don't know.
Our receiver group is pretty stacked.
It's pretty set too. Especially with this addition that we just added.
Oh my gosh.
No, we're definitely not drafting another running back.
Mark
Gilbert is another guy that I like.
Correct, but do we need to address... Well, I mean, it's not going to hurt to address corner, right? Adding that depth at the corner position is not necessarily a bad thing.
And he's the guy that you're completely taking a flyer on.
Correct.
2017, one heck of a season as a freshman.
It's true.
6 interceptions, ACC defensive player, first team. Cousin of Darrell Revis. Horse loves Darrell Revis.
I do love Darrell Revis.
6'1", about 180 pounds, needs to put on a little bit more size, but he barely has played any games in the last few years. That's the only question.
He'll put you on Revis Island.
Maybe.
It's true.
But
so if we want to go with that guy, and I'm fine with that because I do like him a lot. I think he's really talented.
Yeah.
For Mr. Gilbert, can we go back to that 189 and grab some more capital in future drafts or even this draft?
Yeah. But do we want to take more players?
I don't know if we want to take more players, but we can definitely try and add capital for future years.
Yeah, we could.
I know that's not as exciting or sexy as some people would like, but
no, I mean it's really not.
I think that's
smart. But it's a smart GM
to recoup
move.
stuff for next year.
Is it?
Yeah.
Why not?
No. Like whatever.
Guess what? You're overridden here. There is a civil war brewing. It's brewing. No, it's not. Definitely not over Puka Williams. Sorry.
All right. So what are you gonna get?
So let's go. Obviously, we're gonna go 172. We're gonna take 189. And now the question becomes, what can we snag with this? It's gonna probably have to be a 6th, I would imagine, or 7th. One of the two.
Try. I mean, I would try for the.
Would you try for
more?
Would you try to get 5 or
Maybe.
4?
Yeah, try not a 4. I don't think you can get a 4, but try get the most.
We're gonna do it.
Only thing they can do is turn it down, right, Horst?
Accurate.
Yeah.
Nope.
4 now.
I didn't think it was going to be a 4. I don't think you're going to get anything less than or more than a 6, but could be wrong.
You're not wrong, Ant.
Yeah. I mean, more than likely, they're wanting to trade those 7th round picks. They have 4 of them.
Oof.
So you got
That's
one.
Terrible.
Hey PFF, you should do me a solid. Fix it, because I just offered that trade and they denied it, and then I offered it again without changing anything. They accepted it.
Well, maybe they realized you weren't going to give them a better offer.
Maybe they were
You
playing.
mean I should have drove a harder bargain on 4?
Yeah. It's all right. We got it. When we move back, we got a future draft pick.
PFF, we appreciate it so much.
All right, let's roll.
Let's see what happens here, gentlemen. Did
What happened?
Did the Ravens not pick at 171?
You know what? Let's not worry about the Ravens. Hey, maybe they didn't get their card in time, and everyone's just picking.
I love it.
That leaves one extra pick for us. I like it.
I like it a lot.
Has Shy went yet? Still no Shy, huh?
Still no
Nope.
Shy. Still no Shy Smith.
If we still have 2 guys left on our board, do we trade back again to get more future
I
capital?
don't know.
Maybe.
Because it's like you said, at some point they're going to be out of roster spots.
No,
Accurate.
but we're trading back to add future capital,
It's true.
Oh.
not get a capital more in this
I
draft.
understand what
Yeah.
you're saying now.
Yeah, if we have 2 guys on our board, you maybe you move back some more. Ramondre Stevens just went, or Stevenson, excuse me.
So we still have 2 guys that we want to draft,
Correct.
and
3 if you include Griffin.
and Josh Matter-Beebe, who I really
And
like,
Josh
or TJ
Matter-Beebe.
Vasher, who
Sure.
Gary really
I
likes.
thought we were signing Amatter Beebe as a free agent.
If he doesn't get drafted, 100%.
So next place to go back to is 198.
How far back is that?
That's going to be
picks.
about 9. Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right.
So
So
let's try to get a future draft pick from them.
okay,
Try to get a 6th-round pick.
in 2022 or 2023.
2022. Let's just
stack them.
stack them.
Give it to us.
Yep.
Look at that.
All right. We move back. We got future draft capital. Now-
Austin Watkins goes. That someone chat was high on. Your guy Griffin goes. Chauncey Golston goes. Chris Evans. Janarius
Robinson,
very
I like him.
very underrated.
Okay, there
defensive
goes
end.
Shy. Hopefully we don't lose our corner,
Do
but
we want to stop it and
no,
come up?
let's
Nah.
let it roll. Okay, we can still get the corner if we want to get. We could trade back again.
I'm fine with Gilbert.
I'm fine with Gilbert there
Okay.
at 198. I don't think and PFF's doing that thing again where it doesn't want us to.
Oh, yeah, there it
now,
goes.
now it's clicking. But going all the way back to 210 is, I think, too far.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's
That's
I'm
way
just,
too
down
far.
with Gilbert.
let's get him.
Let's go get.
So who are you watching first to get drafted? I'm watching David Moore.
Oh, to see if they get drafted.
Yeah.
I want to.
Someone's got to watch Drew Dahlman.
Drew Dahlman and Josh Matter-Beebe.
Okay, so you watch Dahlman.
I got Dahlman.
I'll watch Moore.
Yeah, and if not, we're signing those guys as undrafted free agents.
They're part of our class.
Also, the other one to pay attention to is Javion Hawkins if he doesn't get drafted.
Correct.
The running back, correct? From
Yeah.
Louisville?
Mm-hmm. He fast.
What about Puka Williams?
If he there he
Oh,
goes.
there he
So,
goes.
Well,
Speak of
Because
the
he's
devil. there
better
he is.
than Javion Hawkins.
Obviously, yes.
Totally.
That's why.
Dang it,
Totally.
my guy went.
You.
Yep. So we're not getting him. So Dahlman, Matter-Beebe are still on the board. So
And Hawkins.
yeah.
Right.
So those are guys we're all looking to get as undrafted free agents.
And a Warner.
There goes Granson. I like Granson. I just like Trimble a little bit more now because of
smidge
the
more.
because of the blocking. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? The
absolutely.
blocking is just a little bit better. So there goes Hawkins. He's gone.
Javion
So no Hawkins
goes.
as an undrafted free agent.
O'Neal.
But Matter-Beebe still hasn't went. Of course, TJ Vasher still hasn't went, which I know Gary would be
Gary's
happy
losing his mind right now in the chat.
if we could sign him as an undrafted free agent. You know,
We'll see.
there's your big tall receiver. Quentin Morris just went.
Good old, big old tight end. All right.
So we're firmly in the 7th round now.
It's true.
We did what we said we were going to do. We weren't going to pick in the 7th round.
True.
I think we did take some late round picks more than I thought. And I think it's really because we missed on Paulson Adebo.
Accurate.
I think we had to swerve what we were doing because of
Yeah, it
missing
really
Adebo.
derailed the draft plan for a while.
The first
Okay,
part we
Derailed was a poor choice
Right.
of words.
It was just strong.
It gave it
we
it
had to divert.
it took a detour.
Yeah, we definitely did.
A big
The
detour.
first detour was not getting Zaven Collins.
Accurate.
That was the first one, and then we would have given up future draft capital to get Zaven Collins.
Accurate.
But you know what? It didn't work. We ended up getting Jamin Davis. I'm okay with that. He's not as good a player, but he's still a good player.
Agree with you.
Yeah, I think
So I still haven't seen Dahlman. I
Nope.
still haven't seen Matter-Beebe.
Nope.
So those guys right now we're looking to sign as undrafted free agents. I know there goes Yamador Lenore, somebody I probably would have thought about as an undrafted guy as well.
Absolutely.
Which Horse would do the same thing, I'm sure.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Okay, so those
They
guys
didn't
did
go.
not.
Yeah, they did not go. So we would be able to sign all those guys.
Matter Beebe, Vasher,
Yeah,
Vasher didn't get drafted,
I
so
don't
yeah.
think so.
and Dahlman.
And Dahlman. All three of them.
So yeah, we didn't, Gary. We didn't have to draft Vasher. We were able to sign him as an undrafted free agent.
You're welcome, Gary.
Yeah,
You're welcome, Gary.
winning, Gary, winning.
All right, so let's see what we got. Let's see what they unfortunately gave us grade wise for all of these wonderful.
I still don't understand how you can give a trade a bad grade and then the pick you make with the trade a good grade. But
Yep, makes sense.
It's PFF because they don't want you to trade right there. That's why.
It's true. Justin Fields,
They
A+,
don't like trade ups.
Big shock. Wyatt Davis there, great take. Elijah Molden, great take, fits the scheme. Joe Tryon, great take. The best trade of the draft, where he fleeced the Browns
Yeah,
for
we did.
4 picks, 3
We
of
did.
which were in the top 100. You then go grab Demetric Felton, Jamin Davis. You get Tommy Tremble, Benjamin St. Juste. You get your receiver at Cornwell Powell. You get Mark Gilbert, developmental corner. You grab a future 6th-round pick as well. And you get a nice big old A- there on the draft grade. Not a big surprise, to be honest with you. There's
No,
an A-.
I don't think so.
Not a big surprise at all. So now the question becomes: Is chat? What did you think? What do you think of this draft?
And
guys?
what questions do you have? I want to answer some questions.
Niners all day says we got Vasher, yay.
Yeah, undrafted free agent. Vasher,
Undrafted
yeah.
free agent Vasher is a
Oh,
solid
Jay
pick.
Elliott is saying Vasher was selected by Denver and we missed it.
Oh, we missed it.
then
Sorry, Jay Elliott.
We're terrible.
Thank you, Jay Elliott.
We're terrible. We miss Vasher. My apologies, Gary. I broke your heart. I'm so
Sorry, Gary.
so sorry.
You can stick around though when we talk about Rosen if it'll make you feel better.
I mean, maybe. There's a possibility of that. There's definitely a possibility of that. I want to pull up these side by side so we have both of them here, gentlemen. It's important that we can see both of these, and then I'll be able to go into the screen here to show chat. We can show the side by side comparisons of our mock draft and chat's mock draft and see what the similarities are and the non-similarities are. Because
Okay, that was the one on the left, right?
Yeah, one on the left is going to be us. The one on the right is going to be...
No, the one on the right is us. The one on the left is chat.
Correct. That's what it is. My apologies. So chat... Oh, they can't see it just yet. Oh, my bad, chat. My bad, chat. Give me a second. You'll have to give me a second here. But no, guys, I mean, I feel really good about this. I felt like we got the guys we needed to get. I think we addressed the things that we needed to address. At the end of the day, this was kind of a big deal.
Gary said, "There goes the red zone."
Basically, I mean, Gary ain't
not
wrong.
Entirely.
I mean, not like
you wait until they use Demetric Felton in this offense and able to get matchup issues because he can play running back or receiver. Once again, it's another matchup problem.
Yeah, that guy's a good athlete, man.
And Wyatt Davis slides in at guard. I mean, we've put together a pretty good team, and you know what? The fact that the fans had Wyatt Davis as well. You know what I mean? We definitely agreed with that. So.
Oh, it's definitely true. Is this the same? I clicked the same one. I'm the smartest man alive.
Yeah.
The smartest man alive, although this seems to be
the Denver Donkeys.
Did I not?
That is 100%. Joseph said that PFF doesn't like guys even though they're fits. That is 100%. If you just went down and you just select people by how PFF ranks them or how any of these simulators rank them, and you don't take into account what system they're going to be in or what team they're going to be playing for, then you got real problems. You have to do that. And that's why we take guys sometimes that maybe are valued on PFF's board maybe like 20 picks early because to us they're higher value.
Correct.
And that's how it is on everyone's board. I mean, these NFL teams' boards do not look anything close to being the same. You know, that's why you'll have guys who have everyone ranked at different rates. It's how it has to be.
That's accurate indeed.
Yeah.
Very, very accurate indeed. Let me see if I can't get chats up.
But I mean that's the main thing that we got going.
Man, this thing is cooperating in bundles right now. Thank you so much, computer. You're the best. You're the best around. I'm not even going to worry about it at the moment.
Yeah, let's not worry
Chat, you know what you were last week. You had a nice big fat A- on yours. We just pulled off an A- as well. We got our quarterback of the future.
Yep.
You addressed the running back position a little bit later with Demetric Felton, a guy who can play running back, receiver, kind of do it all, does it all, can be a nice little scheme fit. And as you said, Ant, is a nice insurance policy in case something happens to one Jalen Hurd.
Yeah, he is. And that way you don't have to throw out part of your offense.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, you have that offense that's built in for Deebo Samuel and Jalen Hurd. And there's so many things that Jalen can do, especially the 2-minute offense, where he can be in there at running back and then play the slot receiver or receiver position or, you know, tight end or H-back. There's so many options. Now you don't have to throw that out. You've got Felton that can do that because he's a legit receiver quality guy. There's a lot of running backs that can go out and play receiver, but there's not a lot of guys that are legit receiver threats, and he is. So 100% that was a solid move for us. And then Horst got the lineman that he wanted, Wyatt Davis. Horst, tell us what Wyatt Davis adds to the front line.
Wyatt Davis is, I mean, he's a guy that started a ton of games on a really good Ohio State football team. And he's a veteran guy, huge, highly rated guy coming out of high school. He's adept pass blocker and run blocker. And his run blocking scheme he played in at Ohio State, although it was out of gun, it was a zone scheme, so it's very similar to what the 49ers do. He moves well. He's not a big power blocking lug. He gets up to the second level really well. The only issue he did have a little bit of injury issues when he was younger in college, but he seems to be past those now.
Yeah.
And he's played, I know, at least like the last 2 years without getting hurt. And I think that Wyatt Davis is, if they pick him up, I think people are going to see Wyatt Davis is going to be one of the best linemen to come out of this draft.
I think
Easily.
I think a lot of people forget too. Ryan Day was with the 49ers when Chip Kelly was here. You know, I mean, so that is the thing. The offense isn't going to be crazy different, you know, as far as zone running scheme and that sort of thing than what he's used to. So that's going to be nice. Horst, also Joseph said that Tryon and Molden aren't C+ picks, and I think we can 100% agree with that. Joe Tryon is a legit first-round talent, and Molden, the versatility, I think he's one of Alex's favorite guys, and is one of our favorite guys, with the intelligence. Tell us what you saw on film with Molden.
Man, Elijah Molden, if you haven't watched film, or if you're watching film and you don't quite know what you should be watching or looking at, with Elijah Molden, it's really easy to pick up and pick apart what this guy understands and what he sees. He's all over the field. You can tell that when route combinations are happening on certain downs and distances, when you see like 3rd and 6,
Right.
3rd and 8 on his film, you can see that he understands what another team likes to do and what they want to do and where they want to attack, where they want to go with the ball in the field, who they want to go after. You can tell when he is all over screens when they happen, short routes when you have, you know, flat curl stick combination routes where you got a guy running flats and you got a guy running a stick route, a little curl route, 8 to 10 yards and sitting down in space. He's really, really good at basically sitting and sticking on that curl route, forcing you to go down to your check down in that little stick, little flat route out in the flats, and coming off of that curl route quickly and making a tackle in space, keeping a guy to like 2 to 3 yards gain, especially on like 3rd and 4s and stuff like that when you get short route combinations where you're trying to force a guy maybe in zone coverage to have to pick and choose between two. He's really good at giving you one thing, making you take it, and then breaking on it and getting back to it in time in order to make a play and do great things and make big stops, especially on 3rd downs. He just has a great understanding of the film and what a team wants to do.
Yeah.
He gets it. He knows it like the back of his hand. And when you got a guy like that who understands it like the back of his hand, there's so many different things you can do with him on the field. That's why we're talking about, and that's why he's being thrown around. I mean, he is a corner who's listed at safety on PFF, and a lot of people think he can play safety. He's like a utility belt. You can do whatever you want him to do on defense. It's great for a defensive scheme, and a guy like Kyle Shanahan who likes positionless players on offense, you're going to love this dude on defense.
Well, the intelligence is off the charts. I mean, he is by far one of the best watching film. You can tell he deciphers plays so fast.
You can't, he's not a smooth-brained defensive player.
No, he's so good. And I don't think a lot of people, I don't know how many people are sleeping on Tommy Tremble, but we made that pick. Tremble is a fantastic blocker who is underrated in the pass game. He's one of those guys that could be a George Kittle type talent. Now, I'm not saying he's going to ever play up to that level, but I'm saying a guy that's known more for his blocking that eventually is able to play, and be a every down tight end that can catch the ball also, because he's tremendously athletic. He just was used differently at Notre Dame and didn't get the open. He needs to work on his route running. I mean, those are things he needs to improve, but those are things that Wes Welker and those guys could work with him, and tight end coach can work on and get those things, where he needs to be. And so I'm sure he could learn a lot from Kittle and stuff, but I think as a pick, he's solid.
Going back to Molden, honestly, out of college, not his physical traits, but his mental traits, he kind of reminds me of a young Richard Sherman. Like, as far as just, like you said, gets by, not that he's not a physically talented person. Obviously, if you're playing in the NFL, you're a physically talented person. But he's not a very top tier, run a 4.3, vert 45 inches, type guy. But he's adequate in all that, and he's, like you said, he just seems to know where the ball is going to be. He's For some reason, he reminds me of his mentality coming out of college.
Yeah, I can see that.
No, I see that 100% as well.
And the Tryon, I'm telling you, if Tryon played this year, he'd be a first-round pick.
Easy.
If Tryon wouldn't have sat out the year, he'd be a first-round pick. I saw him play when they played. I watched a few of his games in the Pac-12 the year before. That dude is a problem.
Oh, big time. I think he might be the most undervalued pick that we made.
What's the tackle's name? Forgive me, that came out of SC that went in the first round last year.
Oh, I don't remember.
Lincoln.
You guys, Austin Jackson.
Austin.
There you go.
Joe Tryon ate Austin Jackson when they played each other. He couldn't even get his hands on him. He was so quick.
Yeah.
That guy went in the first round.
And I think a lot of people are pigeonholing Joe Tryon as just an outside edge rusher, not somebody that can set the edge and play every down. He's going to be able to set the edge and play every down. To me, he is just a little bit behind Jalen Phillips as far as playing edge pass rusher. His hands and everything are really good, and he's only going to get better. If you put him in a system with Chris Kasarik in the wide 9, whoo!
But once again, Jalen, in that situation, putting him behind Phillips, if people don't understand, Phillips has top 10 traits.
Yeah, he really does.
He just had the injury concerns.
If Jalen Phillips wouldn't have retired, Jalen Phillips would be a top 15 pick in this draft, 100%.
Because physically, and his play on the field, now that he finally played, matched it. He was the number one player in the country, wasn't he?
Phillips was the number one player coming out of high school, yeah.
Like in the whole, regardless of position, right?
Yep.
Because I remember it was a big deal when USC missed out on him and he went to UCLA. It was one of the ones that they got really mad at the coach for.
And at his pro day, he just ran a 4.5. 4.58 from a defensive end. I mean, that's what we got going.
Dwight Freeney?
Basically.
He's the closest thing in the last few years that I've seen to Nick Bosa as far as hand placement technique. Really good.
Yeah, it is fantastic. Like I said, I think it's one of the most undervalued picks that we made in the draft, and the best part about it is that we were able to then turn around and make a big deal as well and absolutely fleece the Cleveland Browns in order to accomplish it. It was just great. It's a wonderful pick there. Shout out Jay Ellie for the Jackson. He picked up on what you were putting down there with Jackson at a USC.
Yeah, where did Jalen Phillips end up going?
That is a wonderful question.
I think he went top of the second.
Let me see if I can.
No, he went. I thought he went in the first round.
Did you go first?
I thought so.
Full results.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to search?
Just go down. He's like right. I thought he went in the first round.
There he is, Pittsburgh.
24 to Pittsburgh.
That actually sounds about right.
Yeah. I mean,
it does.
Anywhere in there is just a hot spot for him.
Well, correct. I think that's probably accurate.
I think in this draft, he's my favorite pass rusher, followed by Joe Tryon.
Yeah.
I think that is my opinion.
And then in terms of pass rushers and actual legitimate pass rushers after that, it's probably Ojulari and
the reason. No, well, I mean,
I'm trying to think who else is up there on that list
as far as pure pass rusher.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's those two guys. Ojulari, yeah. I mean, Ojulari is just a straight speed guy.
Yeah, I meant more speed.
That's why I like the other two guys better because they have both.
Correct.
They can get into your chest, back you up, and collapse you straight into the quarterback. I seen someone bring up Quincy Roche, also a great player, but once again, another guy that's really built on speed now.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's too reliant on speed.
Well, he's raw. He needs to build more technique and more. That's why he's going in the third round and not higher because.
And I think he actually went later than that in ours.
Yeah, he needs more of a bend, a little bit. He needs to be able to play, lower or getting around the corner. But a lot of times he looked good. But I think he benefited from having Jalen Phillips on the other side.
Yeah, here's the big one I have, and this one I'll ask to you, Horse, first, and then we'll go to Ant here. How shocked were you by Najee Harris to the Panthers at 39?
In what regards do you mean shocked? Like
the fact that went
or who picked
the fact that the Panthers would be the one to pull the trigger on him there at 39 with Christian McCaffrey there. Is that a situation where you think they're shoring up the running back position in case something like what happens to McCaffrey happens this last year, or you have a guy that you can go to as a lead horseback? Or do you think there's any possibility that if he fell at 39 that the Panthers would be taking him there?
I think there's a few reasons that Carolina would take him.
Okay.
One is that, first of all, it's great value on Najee Harris at 39. 100%. Second of all, like you said, McCaffrey got injured last year, and it really killed their whole offense.
Mm-hmm.
2, if you have both those guys, you can move McCaffrey all over the field and have Najee just lining up in the backfield. Also, to go with that, McCaffrey's making an outlandish amount of money. If you get Najee and he turns out to what you think he can turn out to be, you can maybe part ways with Christian McCaffrey.
That's a crazy thing to say.
I
right?
wouldn't.
I know, but I mean it's a crazy thing to say.
I don't think they're making that pick.
I don't think they would either.
Yeah.
At that spot. I think they know someone would come in. That's a spot where if you were sitting there looking at the board and the best available player is Najee Harris, you're sitting there going, who wants this? Mm-hmm. Right? If you don't need a running back. That's how I feel about it. Because then not too long after that, at 42, the Giants went Travis Etienne. Mm-hmm. And that's another team where I'm sitting there going, are you really going to take Etienne at that spot with Saquon Barkley sitting there?
That makes more sense.
It makes a little more sense, right? But even that, I think the Giants have other holes.
The reason it makes sense is because Barkley can't stay healthy.
Has he had, now, thinking back, has he had many injury issues outside of the knee?
No, but he also he gets too many carries. They're going to have to limit his carries now.
Yeah.
And think about what happened last year. They had 0 running backs after that.
Yeah, but didn't the same thing happen to the Panthers?
No. Running game actually didn't drop off all that much.
Who was their running back? Remind me.
Can't remember, but I know that they actually played better.
Wasn't it Mike Davis?
It was Mike Davis.
They played better without McCaffrey, actually.
They actually did because they spread the ball around and Mike Davis was actually gashing. Dude, Mike Davis was a if you play fantasy football and you had Christian McCaffrey and you somehow managed to pick up Mike Davis last year, Mike Davis was a godsend for your team. He had an incredible, incredible year. Chat, start letting us know questions. Questions, comments, how do you feel about the draft? How do you feel about the things we did? I'll try here in a little bit to put our draft results back up on the board. Yeah. It was being a little finicky at the moment. I apologize, chat. Questions for us. There are things that happened this week, too, in 49er land. How are you feeling about some of these things? There was the Nick Bosa stuff that came out about his rehab and how that's going. He looked pretty good, running straight line, a lot of straight line stuff. He is doing a little bit of changing direction.
I've seen 3 cones.
Lateral movement, did some 3-cone drills as well.
So is it when he gets to the 4th cone that we get excited?
No, 6th cone. When he doubles those 3 cones to 6, then we're in business. The other comments and the speculation going around about how Nick Bosa is kind of like the beacon of hope. A lot of talking heads are talking about how Nick Bosa was kind of the reason why a lot of these guys wanted to re-sign. Is you forget how good he is when he's on the field and how good that defense is when he's on the field. And so a lot of those guys are like, you know what, we would rather come back for another year and run it back with a healthy Nick Bosa in this defense. He's like the symbolism of what the 49ers defense is, rising from the disastrous injuries and everything else that happened to potentially blossoming and becoming a top 3 defense in the league again with a healthy Nick Bosa.
Yeah, they blew up and fell all the way to what, 9th?
Yeah, it was terrible, right? Well,
it's not. It's also not just adding the emergence of Nick Bosa, but also Ronald Blair.
Yeah, that actually kind of shocked me when I heard that they might actually pull him back in. And did he pass his physical? Do we know?
That I don't know.
They haven't announced yet.
Yeah, they haven't announced.
I can actually check if you guys want.
You guys go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, I don't think anything has come out from the 49ers officially.
But last that was reported was as long as he passes, they're going to sign.
That's great.
That's big.
That's huge.
I'm a fan of Blair.
That fills the Kerry Hyder role.
Yep.
And then once again they're sitting tight. And
people will get mad at us for saying this. Kerry Hyder's not a whole lot better than Ronald Blair.
No.
When Ronald Blair is healthy.
Agreed, because I think if Ronald Blair plays Kerry Hyder snaps, he's going to have Kerry Hyder production.
Jay asked, what corner would you guys draft in the 2nd round? If you were to draft a corner.
If we're drafting a corner in the 2nd round.
If Greg Newsome fell there, I would take him.
Newsome, 100%. Elijah Molden, who we took. I know PFF has him listed as a safety, but he played corner in college. He is a corner.
Yeah.
He can kind of do it all.
And also depends on if it's an outside corner or a nickel corner.
Correct.
Because if it's a nickel guy, we're looking at Molden. If it's an outside guy, you're looking at, Newsome or somebody like that.
Maybe Asante Samuel, because he can.
If Asante Samuel, if he's there, I think he's probably the best nickel guy there.
Yes. Yes.
And then late 2nd round, you're talking, late 2nd, early 3rd, Paulson Adebo, somewhere in there.
Paulson Adebo is the one we missed out on.
And I think we missed him in the 3rd, right?
We missed him in the 3rd. Yeah. Paulson Adebo is a guy that a lot of us are really high on, and I remember the first time we watched film of this dude. And
Roy Boy's talking about Eric Stokes from Georgia?
No, too small.
Too small? What do you mean too small? He's 6'2", 185 pounds.
Nice, then.
Dude, he is the better corner at Georgia, by the way.
Oh yeah, he is. Stokes is definitely the better corner.
The other guy's the
100%.
one
not
that
even
put
close.
up the crazy combine, right? Or
No,
was it
Stokes
Stokes
is
that
the one
put
that
up the
the
crazy
Or is it
combine?
Stokes that put up the corner? So I'm going.
You're thinking the other
Tyson Campbell.
All right, so I like Tyson
You
Campbell.
like Campbell
Yeah,
better than
Tyson
Stokes.
Campbell's better.
Stokes is he's there. He's good.
No, he's not.
He's all right.
Campbell is way better than
I don't
Stokes.
disagree with you on that. I'm just saying,
Stokes
he's all
seems
right.
like a classic guy the Raiders would sign.
Hey, you know what though? I gotta
Probably.
give props to the Raiders. They did go get
I don't.
in this mock draft. They went and took
Yeah, because it's not real.
Javon Holland out of Oregon.
Yeah.
That's a good take there. Reconnection successful.
Okay.
All right, so we should be all right here. It should be coming back on here. Hopefully any second.
We lost hella people.
Did we? Well, I mean, imagine so. That's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And we're still live, by the way, boys.
Are we?
Yes, we are. Oh, goodness gracious me. Let's see what happens. Let me move this over here. All right, gentlemen. I don't know what just happened there. YouTube hates us. Apparently, our conspiracy theory episode now they're trying to take us off, take us down, take us offline. We saved it. We salvaged it. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. We're all good now, chat.
Yeah.
We're
So
all good.
we're back.
We are all good. All good. Whew, my Lord Almighty. And it's definitely not my fault, Tommy, that I'm aware of.
100%.
Could probably it's definitely our editor.
It is. Yeah.
What's your deal?
100%.
Gosh, Darren editor.
What was that? Horse looks cute today. Okay.
Well,
Horse,
Rob,
he wants you to know you look cute.
Thanks,
Horse,
Tom.
do you see what Uncle Rob said?
Ronbo's trying to shut us down.
Oh, dude, Rombo, we gave you love. We had everything going. Like we sent people your way. We gave you a love and shout out. Come on, don't do this to us now.
Yeah,
Don't
so
do this
throw
to
out
us.
some questions so we can answer these before Alex dismantles the entire stream.
He means the editor. It's not. It's not
So
me.
if you talk bad on once, the stream's going out again.
I'm aware, Tommy. I know you are. I love you. I
Or
love
if you
so
bring
much.
up Kendrick Bourne,
Yeah, Kendrick Bourne will get the stream.
it'll
shut
start
down.
getting fuzzy if you just say
Kendrick
his name.
Kendrick Bourne will definitely get the stream. shut
True.
down, 100%. And it won't even take like 2 seconds. It'll just happen. You guys won't ever see us again either. I'm just gone forever. So don't.
Overall, how did you guys feel about our draft?
Yeah, we want to know. Let us know, chat. Come on.
And how did you guys feel about it?
I liked it a lot.
I enjoyed it. I mean, obviously we didn't get every single person we wanted, but in real life, you're not going to get every single.
I want every guy.
I mean, I was really. I mean, the only thing that I regret was Avon Collins not being a little more aggressive. I get a little hesitant to be too aggressive in mock draft situations because it's future draft capital and things of that nature. But for the most part, that draft was about everything we needed to hit. We hit everything that we needed.
Yeah, I think the only two guys that I think we were missing was Collins and Adebo.
I agree.
So Brock Lobster had a good question. People are saying that the 49ers are sending smoke screens to the Jets so that they might pick Mac. Do you guys find that as laughable of theory as I do?
I don't think they're sending smoke screens for them to get Mac. I think it's probably this would have been a good one for the conspiracy theory episode. Brock, you were like literally a few days late. I think if anything, it's not they're throwing smoke screens. I think they're throwing smoke screens. They were throwing smoke screens in case the Jets weren't going to go quarterback, potentially. But I think the Niners have a good idea of who the Jets are going to take, which is why they came up to 3.
Mm-hmm.
I think they thought they were either going to take this quarterback or something else. So we'll get either of the two guys that we want, And now that they've dealt Darnold, they know they're going to go after a specific quarterback, which is why they're now sitting there at 3. So I don't think the smoke screens are. I think the smoke screens they're throwing out are to cause the rest of the league to go into a frenzy about who may be there at 4. Because if they're taking Mac Jones, then you're talking about Justin Fields sitting there at 4. And I think a lot of teams think that's a steal. And so they say you're sitting there going, there's teams who may be coming up to try and get stuff. I think they're just trying to keep everybody on their toes. And the Niners don't have leaks. So the fact that Mac Jones is the name being thrown out there and Schefter now is coming out and saying it's Mac Jones, I'd be shocked if it's anything else other than Mac Jones. I think Schefty's going to be wrong on this one.
Well, I think Schefty's reading into the fact that Carolina traded for Sam Darnold, because the thought was that Carolina really wanted Mac Jones.
Yeah.
So he's reading it more from that angle, is that, the Niners must be taking Mac Jones if he's going up,
Sure.
if they went for Sam Darnold. But I don't think the 49ers are even sending out smoke screens, to be honest. I don't think anything's getting out. I think you just got people trying to connect the dots.
You got talking heads talking.
And then, real quick, Megan, you are not pitting us against our subscribers like that. No. Wow. And the new QB Sudfeld, what I know about him...
Wait, no. It's Sudafed.
His name is Sudfeld.
His name is Sudafed. Has Jay Ellie ever lied to us?
Well,
no.
Horse, let's be honest, too.
got you,
Sudfeld,
Jay.
the only guy on the 49ers roster with guaranteed money.
And
Quarterback.
And Sudfeld is a Modesto Christian local guy.
True.
And he is most famous for being
True.
the guy that the Eagles benched Jalen Hurts for at
Also
the end
true.
of the last game last year because the coach wanted to see what he could do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they were throwing for that pick 6 so they could trade back to 12.
And you see how many people trying to read into, Sudfeld's a certain type of player, so that means
They're picking Mac Jones,
they're
dude.
obviously drafting a certain type of... Do they forget that Josh Johnson's on the roster too, and that he can run the read option? He was a backup for Colin Kaepernick when he was in San Francisco.
True.
So I wouldn't read too much into it yet.
How do we know that Urban does not draft Lawrence and takes Fields? Urban QBs look more like Justin than Lawrence. Here's the thing. You are right to an extent. Urban has always kind of worked with what he's got, because what a lot of people forget is that the very first national championship he won was with one Chris Leak, who is a lot more in the Alex Smith mold.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys definitely, under no circumstance do you put Chris Leak and Alex Smith in the same category as Justin Fields.
Mm-hmm.
Urban has always, with his offenses and his quarterbacks, has kind of gone with whatever's there. They curtail the offense.
You mean when he gets there, or what he can get?
What he gets there, he works with what he can get. Now, when he actually brings in quarterbacks, like actual legitimate quarterbacks, they tend to be more on the mobile side.
Yes.
However, he has had a butt ton of success with guys who aren't always on the mobile side.
So when he has a choice, he picks somebody other than the guys that you're talking about.
Correct. However, and this is a big however, he has had loads of success with guys who aren't. So I don't know if he has a preference per se. Because how much of the decision on recruiting of the type of quarterback was on what the offensive coordinator wants? Because a lot of people think that it's Urban's offense. Urban has like an idea of the offense, of what he wants. But the offense, at the end of the day, he's a special teams guy. That's what his focus is on.
Okay, so
just saying.
So what you're saying is whoever's offensive coordinator is going to help determine this decision.
I think so.
So they're going to draft somebody that reminds them of Russell Wilson.
Probably. So Trey Lance.
Justin Fields is a bigger version of Russell Wilson.
He is.
He runs. He moves the pocket.
He does.
I mean, I don't think it's that outlandish to believe, but
no,
I think there's so much pressure on Urban to take Trevor Lawrence that I don't think he backs off taking Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah,
I think he'd be silly to do it.
Yeah.
I think he'd be silly.
And if they did back off of him, the Jets absolutely panic at 2 and still take
Wilson. It would be like on draft day.
It would. And then the question is do the Niners take Trevor, at that point?
Yeah.
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 It would be interesting. I don't know if it'll happen, but it would be interesting.
I mean, not only would it be, I think all 49ers fans all over the world, because there's some people who aren't very happy about this move up to 3. I think you shut up if Trevor Lawrence.
And who is Urban Meyer's OC?
What's his name that was with
Brian Schottenheimer?
No, it's isn't it Bevel?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm asking you.
It's Darrell Bevel, I believe.
Darrell Bevel.
That was with Seattle.
That was with Seattle, yeah. And he's actually a good offensive coordinator. I mean, he
Won
really
a
is.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, he's a good coordinator.
Megan, we're not going to admit to anything. Sorry. My apologies. It's not happening.
Somebody get her out of here.
Don't do that just yet. She hasn't spammed yet. She's not spamming, you know. When she starts spamming and doing crazy, weird stuff, then who knows? Jelly, it would be crazy. It would 100% be crazy.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
You know what's crazy? We just got a subscriber.
Nice.
Shout out. Shout out to the new sub. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, fam. I at the end of the day here, I'm actually on when it comes down to draft day. I'm actually more excited to what's going to happen around San Francisco, less about what the Niners are going to do at 3, because I think we're all fairly comfortable that it's going to be Wilson or Fields. Those are the options, barring something else crazy happening. It's going to be one of those two guys. I don't think it can be anyone else.
I'm not comfortable with it at all.
Are you not really?
I'm not.
Are you worried?
I am worried because there is a pain in my side that Kyle Shanahan takes Mac Jones.
Well, think about it. He likes Kirk Cousins.
He does.
Kirk Cousins is Mac Jones.
And I argue against it, and I try to convince. I guess I'm trying to convince myself. I really am, and I mean, I agonize over this. Every conversation I have, I agonize over this. Oh, it's just
listen and look.
They'd have picked Mac at 12.
Right. If they would have said Mac at 12, you'd have been like, okay, whatever. I think it's the trade up to 3 that just
it doesn't make sense.
It hurts.
Here's the thing, right? I think we all agree that you probably could have got Mac Jones at 12.
I don't think you could have got him at 12.
But you probably could have got him at 5.
I agree with you.
100% you could have got him at 5.
You could have traded with Cincy
100%.
And gotten him at 5.
Unless they found out Carolina wanted him.
I mean, yeah, I guess. I guess.
And you had to go up to 3 to secure it because Carolina was willing to go up that high.
Then don't do it. Why?
Even if you think he's the next best
bro,
thing?
even if Mac Jones ends up like having a 12-year career and being a really good quarterback, and you know,
what if he wins the Super Bowl?
Oh man, not one. It's got to be more than one.
No, 1 I think is good enough.
It's got to be more than one.
Horse, we've talked about this before. I'm good with 1 Super Bowl. Alex says it has to be multiple.
It's got to be multiple.
Well, you're a similar fan to this other guy I know. And if it's not perfection,
don't you dare!
You're not good with anything less than perfection from your.
Can we get rid of this dude? Can we get rid of this guy?
You know what? Hey,
did he just call me Fudgehead Jr.?
No, that's not who I meant.
Hey,
oh, thank God.
You know what?
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
you know that is a good question or a good thing that Tommy said, right? Tommy Huxley.
Yep.
Is do we honestly believe can Mac Jones actually beat out Jimmy Garoppolo?
Right now, I don't think so.
Nope. Have you seen that gut?
Yeah, he does have somewhat of a dad bod, but
yeah.
I mean, I'm not exactly going to criticize anyone for a body.
I mean, I will.
I'm not exactly a body Donis here, you know.
I will. I'm not either, but I will.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys have seen my schnoz.
I mean, the other guys are majorly more fit, but I don't care. If he looks like that and he slings it for touchdowns, I'm okay with it. If Trevor Lawrence had his body and played that well.
But he can't move the pocket.
Oh, he can move the pocket. Just, I mean, it's just not. It's not what we're looking. Well, it's not what we're looking for, but it could be what Kyle's looking for.
God, I hope not.
I mean, it does make me until they don't pick Mac Jones. I will have this voice in the back of my head
same way.
that is worried about it. And Horse, we've had this happen with other 49er picks over the years, not just with Kyle Shanahan picks.
Even though I'm actually a fan of the person now.
Shout out, Tommy.
I know you and I were both didn't want, and then were upset when they picked Eric Armstead.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, a lot of 49ers fans feel the way you guys feel about that right now. They feel about that in regards to choosing Armstead over Buckner.
But I like Armstead now.
Oh, yeah. I like Armstead now, too.
Well, I do worry about Mac Jones, the pressure, like you know, Brock Lobster was bringing up. I do worry about the pressure because when he was in his second pro day and Kyle Shanahan was standing there, he did not look that good.
No.
He struggled.
And Shanahan openly shook his head at him several times.
And I have this feeling that Fields and Lance, when they perform for Kyle Shanahan, are going to.
And Fields' second pro day is coming up, isn't it?
Yeah, both of them are coming up in the next week and a half.
I was gonna say I think Fields is next week.
Both of them are going to excel with him watching. Watch.
Yeah.
Watch.
Would Jed York really sign off on drafting Mac Jones and giving up all that draft capital? I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I think Jed York has learned from past mistakes with 49ers front office personnel and owners, and he's just staying the hell out of this. I don't think he's involved. I think they're keeping him in the loop in terms of what they're doing, but I don't think he has any say, and that's how it should be. Owners of the team, I know they're putting their money down, but they're owners for a reason and not GMs and other things in the front office. Your job is to bring in people to do that and stay out of their way.
Yeah, I think Jed York could sign off on this. I think 100%. Eddie DeBartolo Jr. would not. 100% Eddie DeBartolo Jr. would not sign off on this, but Jed York would. And you're right, he's gun shy because of all the bad decisions that have come before him. A lot of them Balky's fault. Balky made a lot of bad draft picks.
Dude, this is the only thing, right? Balky now in Jacksonville with that pick at 1.
Yeah, but he didn't necessarily mess up his number 1 picks.
Except for the receiver he took at the end of the first round.
AJ Jenkins.
Lord, dude,
Yeah.
AJ Jenkins.
But I'm
was a
talking
train
more
wreck.
about he was the guy that in the 3rd round would pick Marcus Lattimore, whose knee was totally exploded.
Which I was okay with at the time.
I was at the time, but evidently didn't. He must not have had very good medical evaluations.
Okay, I can't let this go because Gary is 100%. I cannot stand Greg Papa's touchdown
Thank
call.
you. I was about to respond to
Wow.
the first Greg Papa.
I can't believe it. Somebody feels the same as me.
Greg Papa can't comment on football till he has a good touchdown call.
I mean, his Raiders one was okay.
Let the touchdown Raiders.
Yeah, but the San Francisco. No. Just no. Okay? I literally, if I have to listen to it on the radio, it's volume down if they score a touchdown. I don't even care at that point.
No.
It just
Yeah,
frustrates
I've had
me.
to listen to the start of a couple games on the radio on the way to my parents.
Yeah.
Dude, I like Tim Ryan, but
Yeah. Tim Ryan, yes.
Greg
Yeah.
Papa's garbage.
The DUI. Those DUIs.
Yeah.
What was it called now? A transitional event is what I heard.
Is that
What
what
does
they're
that
calling
mean?
I don't know. Is something like an entanglement maybe?
it? Yeah, I mean,
I guess it's something white quarterbacks get. Transitional DUIs.
Joy,
Transitional
I
DUIs.
think the linebacker that everyone wants in this group is Zaven Collins. But
Right.
if you're talking past that, I think a guy we all really like as well is Jamin Davis out of Kentucky.
Yeah, he's out of Kentucky.
Out of Kentucky, he's a 4th, 5th round type guy.
Barnes and Wallow. Yep. Also good choices. Good people to look at.
Mhm.
I think Wallow actually went in our draft. I was trying to remember where it was. It doesn't matter,
I
but
forget where.
both those guys are also good choices.
Who's going to impress more, Fields or Lance, at their second pro day? From Road Boy.
Fields.
Compared to their first pro day, because you got to remember, Fields set the bar so high. I don't think he can do anything but match it.
Trey Lance
can
is the
improve
one,
and
yeah.
shock and get everyone going. So I think Trey Lance will have more buzz coming off of it, where I think Justin Fields will perform pretty close to what he just did.
Correct. I think that's all you can say, because I thought Justin Fields wowed at his pro day. I thought he did a lot of things he needed to do. He checked all the boxes he needed to check to ensure that he was going to be a top 3 quarterback.
Yeah.
Trey Lance, like I said, I wasn't a huge fan of his first pro day. He can only go up, because even if I think even if he has a bad day and continues to make the type of throws that he was making, he'll stay roughly about where he's at now.
To me, he was impressive in the first.
The
one.
ball came out. The
I
ball
think-
came out nice.
Wilson and Fields stole the show.
The Wilson for sure.
But I actually think Trey Lance had a better pro day than Trevor Lawrence.
Fair. That's fair.
I think Kellen Mond had a better pro day than Trevor Lawrence. Sorry, but that's the facts.
Was Kendrick Bourne's pro day better than all of them?
Does he still need a pro day?
His face every time I say his name.
Just bring up Kendrick Bourne.
Don't
I'm
say
like,
Kendrick Bourne anymore. We don't need
By the way, fun Instagram follow, guys.
Oh,
I'll tell you what was cool too is Oregon letting Penei Sewell's brother
Yeah, that was
get
dope.
a workout in because he didn't get a pro day last year
That's true.
and went undrafted, so they let him work out. He was a safety, so yeah, big ups to Oregon for that. That was nice.
Hey, I'm gonna disagree with you here, Mr. Singh. You said tell me the last time they knew a pick was for certain, except for Bosa. That's not even true.
Yeah,
The Bosa pick wasn't
for
even
certain.
solidified.
A lot of people
Quinnen
thought they were going
Williams.
to take Quinnen Williams or Josh Allen.
It's true.
Yeah. I mean, and over the years, that's really what's happened too. Like Baker Mayfield, he wasn't originally supposed to be number 1. A lot of
True.
people thought he was going to be the 12 to 15 to 20 range,
Mhm.
and then all of a sudden he's number 1. Kyler Murray thought to be a second round pick. All of a sudden, Arizona's getting the first pick, and he becomes the first pick. So these guys, it does jump a lot. What if Lawrence busts?
Oh man, if Lawrence busts, then I don't think I don't know what to. I'll stop talking about quarterbacks forever.
You don't think there's any bust possibility there?
I think there is, obviously, but I mean, I just don't understand how. He checks everything. He does everything that you're supposed to do.
Does he?
Yeah, I think so.
I think there are holes.
I mean, there's obviously holes.
Yeah.
Every prospect has some sort of hole somewhere.
Right.
But I don't think there's such a glaring hole that I
I
go.
think there is.
You think so? What is it?
His big glaring hole that is he's never faced adversity.
Oh, he's faced a lot of adversity. Have you seen him play in national championship games?
Yeah, and he looked terrible last year.
Yeah, because his team wasn't as good as the team they were playing.
That's what I'm saying. That's his hole.
I don't think so. I don't think that's the hole. But I mean,
It's bigger than
What's
Nia
your
Jax's,
so what do you think it is? What do you think the big hole is?
I think the big hole for him is going to be the situation he gets put in. That's the real issue, because you can't be successful if you go to a losing situation. Look at Sam Darnold. You know, he didn't have an opportunity to be successful playing for Adam Gase. And if you go to a bad situation, you're just not going to have the opportunity.
So you think Urban Meyer's a bad situation?
No, I think the Jacksonville Jaguars are a bad situation.
I mean,
you can't count on Urban Meyer being there past his rookie contract.
No, he's got through 4 years.
Yeah, rookie contract, 5 years for a first-round pick.
I get what you're saying.
So
you're not. I mean,
see, look, Urban will bust before Lawrence.
I don't. But hold on. If they win a Super Bowl in those 4 years, hold on. If they win a Super Bowl,
I will bet you $1 million they don't win a Super Bowl in the next 5
every
years.
big school that he's been to, he's won at least one national championship in those
just
4
said.
years. I'm just saying.
You said school.
I'm aware this is not school.
Yeah, guess what? No one gets grades in this.
This is a professional organization with a lot more resources and a lot more availability and things of that nature.
Yeah, and half of their resources are going to running a wrestling promotion.
Also true. He runs
terrible.
He has had success everywhere he goes. If the trend,
I agree.
If the trend follows, and he wins one in the first 4 years, and then after 4 years is burnt out and leaves, is that a bust?
No,
not a bust.
No, if he wins a Super Bowl at all, it's not a bust.
That's my point.
Yeah.
I think I would tend to believe more for Urban just from the situations and what I know about Urban Meyer. He is more likely to have success and just get burned out than he is to fail and be out of the league. If he's out of the league, it'll be his own actions, and just the amount of pressure that he puts on himself and the organization and how much time he spends on football.
Well, part of the problem is, number one, he has to rebuild Jacksonville.
That's a big task.
He's got a garbage GM.
Yeah.
He's got a questionable owner.
Yeah.
And he's got to get past the Chiefs every year. And a very motivated Bill Belichick.
That's accurate.
Yeah,
man, I'm about to say, hey, everyone pissed off Tom Brady. How about pissed off Bill Belichick, dude? That's scary.
I got a question for you, Alex, Mr. Urban Meyer.
Okay.
Do you see, because this is what I see when I think Urban Meyer NFL.
Okay.
I see him having a similar rise-fall trajectory as Jim Harbaugh.
Oh, okay. Okay. I think
they're similar personalities.
The only problem...
I disagree with you here for one reason and one reason only. He's not confrontational with ownership and authority. He gets along really well with front offices.
That's fair.
With things of that nature. Where he gets burned out is just the actual day-to-day grind of football. He doesn't have an off switch. So he doesn't know when to step back, delegate a little bit more, not be as invested, not put in as much time. He does too much. He stretches himself too thin, and you burn out that way.
I think also you can't compare the two situations because Harbaugh had a very good roster when he came in.
Also true.
Jacksonville does not.
I also saw people arguing.
True, okay, yeah.
I also saw people arguing that Harbaugh inherited a terrible roster, which is just not accurate at all. Not in here.
They had a terrible record.
They had a terrible record. It was a very talented roster.
You said what Trent is garbage? What were we referring to?
Say what now?
It said
maybe bulky.
JL, he said Trent. Oh, Trent bulky. Yes.
Tommy, what do you disagree with me about?
Of course it is.
Probably about the Harbaugh, of course.
No, that's what I'm just asking.
Yeah, that would be my guess.
What about Gatorade? I don't know. Gatorade's great. You can thank the U of F fans for that, JLE. I know that you're an FSU guy. You and Ant both are.
Yep.
Were you guys surprised how much they got for Darnold? No.
Wow.
I think
Tommy thinks Harbaugh's better than Urban. like
I mean,
you.
I think we'll see, right?
I like you.
I think we'll see.
Yeah.
I think there's definitely a chance.
Can Urban make it to 2 AFC Championship games?
It's going to be tough in the AFC, bro.
It is. You know what? Darnold, as far as what they got, I was a little surprised they got as much as they got. I was honestly hearing a 2nd or 3rd round pick, and they ended up getting value of almost a 2nd and a 3rd round pick when you really look at it. The 6th this year, I know it's not a lot, but next year they got a lot to go with it. And future draft picks aren't as worth as much, value-wise. They're worth more this year. It's one of the things that always makes me laugh. Like, oh, you gave up future draft capital. Well, if you're using that draft capital this year
to get someone,
it doesn't matter.
I mean, no, not really, because you don't know who's going to be there the next year.
Right. And what are the odds that you're going to get if you're in love with that player? Get that player now.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about it.
Well, you don't know if in round 6 the next year you're going to be in love with somebody.
And I think one of the big things Niner fans should have learned this season is because to me the Niners Super Bowl window is still open this year.
Well, hold on a second. Say what? Say what?
Chip Kelly's better than them both, Horst.
He's trolling. Okay. Woo!
You didn't realize he was joking, right?
Alex almost had a heart attack.
Oh, man, I almost died.
If you guys haven't figured out yet, Alex has a huge man crush on Urban Meyer.
And Tim Tebow. Oh, man.
No, Chip Kelly is not the worst coach of all time.
No,
he had
that goes to
Oregon rolling.
He did. He should have never left Oregon.
No, he shouldn't have
He had
left.
the perfect situation. It was a great joke, Tommy. It was. I about died.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Podcast almost ended for a second time today. It would have been all bad. Whoo. Whoo, yeah. The meat sweats is easily, I think it's easily.
Do you remember when Jim...
what about Dennis Erickson?
Do you remember when Jim Thomasula...
I was really bad, too.
Thomasula farted in a press conference?
Yeah.
And then denied it?
The one thing I will say, though, about Erickson was good at the U.
That's true.
He was good in college. He wasn't good in the NFL, but that he's at least better. Thomasula hasn't been good anywhere. Did he get fired by the Cowboys yet?
Hopefully.
I think didn't they move on from him? They did. Yes, because I cheered when Dave texted us.
He was Chip without the Dales. That was good.
That is solid.
That was good, Tommy. You and Kenny are on point today.
I'm not a huge fan of the way Jim Thomasula coaches defensive line. At all.
I'm not a big fan of him.
I bet he's one heck of a hot dog eater, though.
Probably.
Do you think he kisses Mike Purcell on the weekend?
I don't know. But do you remember?
Dude, oh my God.
You remember when he had to shave his mustache because his wife thought he would look more professional? Man card revoked.
See, Fartgate.
Fartgate was I was all over the place, man.
Yeah.
You guys remember? Oh man,
100%.
Fartgate was glorious. Fartgate was glorious. It was almost as funny as the senator who just did that too. Farted on national television and denied it.
I'd do it, except I'd say it was me.
Yeah,
I'd turn towards the camera and fart at him.
Horse would be like Mighty Ducks 2. Goldberg, it wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
No.
Oh man, come on, Gary.
It was me. You know, say what now?
And only a bow tie, do you?
Oh no.
This strat's going downhill right
Gary,
now.
Gary, you're taking it. That's the line.
Okay.
That's the line, Gary.
Do remember before we wrap this up, we got to cover Josh Rosen.
I did see some people asking about Rosen. You know what? The quarterback position is a little cluttered.
It is now with Sudafed and Rosen and Josh Johnson. Oh, Jesus. Josh Johnson. We got it's just so many options there. Horse is gonna die on screen.
Because I used to say that.
You did.
Yeah.
You did.
But seriously, Alex, I'm just curious about your opinion. They get Sudfeld. They have Josh Johnson.
It's true.
A couple veteran, well-traveled guys. Sudfeld has been around for...
Are we going to call him Sudfeld?
Isn't that his name?
Sudfeld is his name.
Is that his name?
It's not Sudafed.
It's his real name is Sudfeld.
Sorry, I didn't know his name.
That's how unimportant he is in San Francisco.
So Nate Sudfeld brings in people don't realize he's a 5-6 year veteran, something like that.
He's been in the league a while.
Eagles organization a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So what does Josh Rosen do that he doesn't?
Okay, so it's pretty simple. What Josh Rosen brings to the table that Sudfeld doesn't bring to the table is the potential, right? Sudfeld.
Sorry, Josh Rosen, we're out of time.
No,
we'll get you on the next
we
one.
just did a whole shtick on Sudfeld.
You know what time it is, Ant?
Yep, you know what time it is? Let's chalk another one up.
I hate you guys.
Sorry, Josh Rosen. We'll get you on the next one if you don't get cut first.
He's probably going to get cut first. That's why they brought in Sudfeld.
glory days at the stick. From who's got it better than us to brick by brick. It's always the 49ers way, from off-season to game day. Yeah, we talk back. It's the 49ers